No, it's in Dusky. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah,
Actually,
fucker.
I'm gonna watch it on video, like on my. I have it on thumb drive, so I'll watch it there.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to have Twitch set at the same time on my head. It's gonna be great.
See you guys later.
Okay, I'm back.
Are you?
I'm fine.
You gonna peace out? Okay.
I'm back. Last time I did it on the website, it like buffered, but I think if I close everything besides Discord, it should be okay.
Yeah, you can also download it, but I don't know how long that'll take.
Oh my god.
I tried and I never succeeded.
Wait, George, are you talking in the commentary?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, the bottom right just says.
Oh, yeah, because originally I didn't know if George was gonna show up, but yeah. So.
I didn't know myself, but now I know him. Okay.
Have fun, boys.
Watch.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a sec, it's loading.
Okay.
Hope we don't. I really hope I don't buffer. It should be okay. Yep.
Alright. Do we just want to hop in the K4 Discord?
Oh, yeah. For good old sake.
Irie, can you stop? We're gonna do some commentary here.
Fucking Lotus. Did you hear him?
Yeah. Were you just memeing Lotus?
But
Fuck you. What's going on with Irie?
So let's go. We're hoarding again.
he's freaking out because he got a 52 on Jungle
On jungle, what I say?
Agent. He's just like
What?
just so
Why
bad.
is he freaking out? Oh, okay.
Right.
We're just
So we're all ready?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll start. So I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is K4. This is our fucking commentary. Little nod to those old VHS screens. You know, whenever you buy a VHS tape.
Yeah, I think
Actually,
idea is cinematic here.
All these.
This
good
idea
memes.
came up pretty late in the project, I think.
Yeah, it was like
the
the day we started it. Yeah, when we started putting it all together. So this intro, we basically like collaboratively had the idea for this intro for like months, but we never like really worked on it like ever. But I like personally, I knew exactly what I wanted out of it. So I like literally in one day did this entire intro, but that's because I already knew like what I wanted out of it. So like we edited it and it looked fucking great. There's not a lot to talk about it, I guess. Just
So everything that we see is that some like stuff you filmed and maybe Woda's filmed as well.
yeah.
So I filmed the trees there at the reservoir.
I remember
over
the
here.
ski from this movie.
None of the
I was in voice chat with you.
none of the footage is B-roll, or like it's not. We didn't take it from online. Like this is all shot by us.
Yeah. I think something we can say is that this song wasn't the original song for the intro. The original one was DJ Shadow giving up the ghosts. I think.
No.
Or something like this, right?
No, that was just the thought for the credits. This song dates back. This song dates back like to January or February, like way back from the start. Like Harry thought of the song for like the longest time, and we ended up like sticking with it.
Yeah, that was for the credits, the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we made a spreadsheet with like a bunch of reactions in it as well, to know what we should put in as well.
Yeah, so like when I was editing this, basically like my process was just like, it was like reaction, city shot, reaction, nature shot, reaction, city shot, and I just kind of looped that over and over again. So it is like, it's just a methodically like made intro, but like yeah, we had the idea for it like so long ago.
Yeah, I think the real point is we want to have the emotion of just like achieving times and everything. Just that was the main part, I guess. The aesthetics.
Yeah, exactly. We wanted to capture all sorts of different emotions, and just, like the all-time high of getting these.
Well, yeah, it's like the essence of speedrunning the game itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why anybody plays it to begin with.
There's 2 Cyber 101 reactions in there as well. It's pretty high time to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really dug for that Samo reaction.
Yeah,
that was the
you really
best
love
one I
that.
could find. That is absolutely. I am so happy I found that one. Like I looked literally at all the ones, even the PTR ones. That's a good one.
We didn't know as well if we should like include like word abstraction as well, because we were like part of the horde, so like I wanted to use your SQ48 agent reaction because it's nice, but then we didn't.
This shot came in clutch, because I didn't even know this shot existed till like last second, and then I threw it in right at the end there, and it's just so amazing with like the rack focus from the cart to like the beach.
I think
it's
the
well.
focus on like how much the sand is glittering is really what makes that shot so good.
Yeah, thanks. This is like my first time filming for a project, and it was really fun, this whole thing. And also getting these letters to move down was a very interesting process.
Yeah.
Involved lots of tweaks.
Yeah. This was frustrating doing like the animation for like this K4 logo at the start here, because I had to make the logo like 15,000 by 15,000 in order to like keep the resolution when it's so zoomed in. And yeah, Premiere was just not having a good old fucking time when it came to rendering this.
So what does the K stand for?
Well, honestly, it just spawns from kebab. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
cause like the whole reason why we made it the way it was we didn't know what the name of our project was, and I'm like, we kept making the joke, haha, kebab 4, and
Yeah.
and I put K4 like that when I was making like an Adult Swim style bumper. Like I copied the Adult Swim logo and just made like a bumper with it, and I showed it to everyone in the Discord, and everyone's like, I love it. So I'm like, okay, I guess this is what we're sticking with. Like everyone just loved it instantly. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really have like meaning. Spiritual.
Yeah. It was just an
successor.
inside joke, really.
Yeah, it's a good moniker for a spiritual successor, though. Kebab.
Yeah. So this run's funny because I didn't even want to put this in the horde. Like I wasn't trying to go for something to put in the horde. I was just going for 105 because my 106 was a robbed 105. So I was playing for this in Discord with Randy, JD, Metalhead, and Ricky, and I was on this run, and like when I got to like the data uplink, JD's like, yeah, this is like 104 pace, and I kept telling him shut the fuck up because I was trying to focus. This run's really clean. I was only trying to get 105, but because this was like a strategy world record, I decided to put it in K4, which means I had to tell Metalhead and JD that we were hoarding, but luckily Randy was in the toilet for like an hour. He had left. So we just kicked him from the call, and I said nothing to him, and he never found out, so... Yeah.
I think this also leaked to Dr. Light on accident at one point.
Oh yeah, because I was playing for I fucked up on that.
Wasn't it like SA Daily Double or something?
Yeah. Yeah, and I quit out at one point and I booted back up, and you can see the 104, and the only person who saw it was Light.
I'm really happy I captured this reaction, by the way.
Yeah, the only reason
Yeah,
why there's
it's a
a
nice
reaction
reaction.
for this is because of Ricky was recording as well.
Came in clutch a few times.
So yeah, we just decided to start with that run because I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's
It's just like,
interesting.
yeah, it was a good
It's
run to
PD
start
level
on.
as well.
Yeah.
I remember
Starts
some
and ends
people
with
thought it was
PD.
Ricky. Some people thought it was Ricky because of the quality of the recording at first. I remember, like during the
Yeah.
first airing.
Oh.
Oh,
This
that
is-
song.
I like the strings in the song. A
This
lot.
is the one thing we were really proud of, and that we were really trying to push towards with this horde in particular, was we really wanted to push the real life footage kind of aspect in a horde. Like we noticed, like from Compap 1 to 3, they were really pushing towards that, and they were getting better for it. And towards 3, they started including like a lot of real life skits. Oh, also, that's not me picking up the cart. That's what
That's
is this
Cynthia,
girlfriend?
right?
That's Cynthia, and then I just did a match cut with the camera pointed up in the air, and you can't tell that wasn't me, which is came in clutch again. So yeah, we just wanted to have like a lot more like real life footage just to kind of up the production quality, you know, convey a couple jokes we don't think. Like, I didn't want to just keep doing stuff where it was like just edited jokes, like pictures on screen and stuff like that. Like, I really wanted to push towards like more real life footage, so I think we did a pretty good job with that.
You have many possibilities with that as well.
The big thing that adds with a lot of these real life skits as well is one of the big things we wanted from the start as well is more emotion towards the players behind the game. So everyone in the horde, we really wanted them to shine through personality wise a lot, whether they were like funny or shy or, you know, badass or serious or anything like that, just conveying any sort of emotion. We just didn't want our players to be like you know, blank pages,
Like one-dimensional, yeah.
Yeah, so all these real life skits like really helped push the whole project towards being more personal.
Some troll
And,
glass.
Yeah.
B down. All the, like, I'd say like 90% of the zooms that you see in this entire film they're actually all actual zooms, because Wotus, I don't have a zoom lens, but Wotus does. So like every shot he would take, he would do like 10 or 15 seconds of like static, and then he would do a zoom. So we got a lot of variety that way. So like I could use a shot statically if I wanted to, or I could do like the zoom. So that was nice.
Yeah. Honestly, I just was trying to also just get better with the camera.
Yeah, well,
Also 126, decent.
Bonus with his first time using a camera actually came in clutch too, learning how to use the camera. And yeah, he's like pretty naturally good at it. This is funny. The song I wanted to originally use here actually was Orinoco Flow, but Luke had already used it, and I could not think how to like redo this skit without using that song. And I think it was like literally in the last 2 weeks of finishing editing that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just do the Pirates of the Caribbean song. It'd be way funnier.
The bruh.
This came out so good. Oh.
So good.
Oh, I left a dent in my forehead from smashing the controller on my head, because I did like 2 minutes worth of takes doing that. It was awful. And yeah, I did lose the Untied going for it like 5 times before finally getting it, so it was pretty terrible.
Did you lost like 114 pace or lower?
I think I've lost between all those runs. Those were anywhere from like 115 to 113 pace. I lost in all of those runs.
Damn.
So it was pretty tragic.
I love this song.
I really like how the full screen came out in PD and stuff. The funny thing with the initials in the corner of the screen for PD runs was, at first I was kind of against it, because I don't know what it was, but like having the initials beside the timer looked kind of weird when I first looked at it. But then like Ricky and the others, once I did like a couple like test shots, people said it looked fine, so I kept everyone's like initials in the corner for PD runs. It looks fine, honestly.
we had a tough battle with trying to figure out how the initials worked, and then we're like, let's see how Kapap does it.
Yeah, honestly, that's like yet again going back to like our inspiration. It was like a lot of the time we'd be like, well, how the fuck are we gonna do this? And then we're like, oh, let's see how Kapap does it. And then we would kind of go from there, be like, should we do that again, or like should we change it up a little? So like something that Kapap kept bouncing between was whenever you would pause in GoldenEye, your aspect ratio on screen would go back to 4:3. So like I think in Kapap 2, they would zoom the screen out on pauses, and then when you get out of the pause, they'd zoom it back in. But in Kapap 3, they decided to keep it so that it was always zoomed in. So I think that's something we stuck with, because we didn't want to like pull out or anything. It looks fine, honestly. This run's pretty ridiculous. This 126, it's pretty much a meme. I think this only took me like an hour to get after like playing for it, like after I got 128. It was a pretty troll run.
Slow rolling.
Gotta love the slowdown. I had to. Me and Ricky got me on the whole music cue thing, dude. I wasn't big on music cues until like we really started this project, And Ricky's just like, dude, I found the music cue, and he'd show me his video, and I'm like, dude, I gotta start doing the music cues too. So I'm gonna slow it down so the time comes up right on the music cue. You gotta do the music cue, dude.
Oh,
So,
I love
yeah.
this song.
So this is one of the first things I saw of the project when I joined, and I was just floored with how amazing this concept was.
This effect, oh, God, bless the boys. I can't remember the guy who made this plugin, but God bless you, whoever you are. I forget what your name is, but beautiful plugin. Made that transition look great.
This was also one of the first songs ever for the Horde, actually.
Yeah, I think this is the first like music video we did. Period.
Yeah. It was
I
one
think
of
this is the very first video that you showed me, Ricky, when I joined K4 as well. I think.
Yeah, I did a little whole like private Discord show for Joris.
Yeah, when I
showing all
joined.
the times and stuff.
That was crazy, I remember. I was like, that was so insane seeing like Frost Hops was in, like Hados.
Oh,
And Wodas as well.
I have to mention, during my grind for 218, I choked. I think I choked, or no, I got robbed of a run with a 34 hole. So I got a flat lift. Like my second lift was flat, and it fucking opened, and I got inside of it, and the whole run went like perfectly, until I think it was coming back from the Med Lab 2 card. I got fucking blocked, like by the trank guards and stuff, and I lost like I just bled time everywhere, and I think I ended up getting like 219 or something in that run. It was awful.
There was also another run you had where some guard was trying to pick up a gun, but the gun wasn't like thing. Like
Oh yeah,
no
a guard got in my way. There was a guard that was not in my way. He decided to bend over and pick nothing up. There was nothing on the ground. He wasn't going to pick a gun up.
Yeah.
He was picking nothing up, and it fucking blocked me. Also, my fucking pauseless strat I came up with.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I actually ended up implementing that too. I do think it's good. It does save time actually.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some interesting stories with Joris when it comes to this part.
Yeah.
Some pretty cooked stories.
I love this song. Like,
yeah, this song was just, I was really happy with this choice. I chose this song, it wasn't like just a random choice. It did kind of have like a deeper meaning to me, because this song kind of sounds like bittersweet, which is like how this grind felt. Like when I got 218, it was like another one of those, like, wasn't happy. I was just like, thank fuck it's over. Like, I have it. Like, I wasn't like super stoked about this time when I got it, because I duped 219 like 5 times. Also, nice self-GL boost there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. You almost died.
Almost fucking killed myself because I didn't think the guard died, so I went for a clutch second shot. Yeah, it's just a bittersweet like time / grind.
it's still a really good time. I really like the like lab coat pickup in this, because you just get really close to him and just bang him.
This.
Oh, here we go.
So this was supposed to be an April Fool's joke. This entire edit I was gonna do for April Fools, and I came so close on March 31st of actually making this for April Fools, because I knew everyone was just gonna make like dumb fucking posts where they like fake post a time or whatever, and I'm like, I want to edit something like actually funny. I'll do because Family Guy locks was like a meme we came up with like right after the Family Guy episode came out for this, and I was gonna do it, but then I'm like, I should hold it off for the Horde, and I did, and everyone loved it, so I was glad I did. It's so stupid. Like, as soon as we saw the Family Guy episode, we're like, what the fuck is that? Like,
yeah, it's just every time we say wait, hold on.
That's an EverDrive to end screen. I was playing a ROM that already has the objectives complete, and I just waited for 101, and then like I waited until it was like 101, and then I just left. That was my end screen.
Oh, here we go.
And then we've got the silo run.
The most heavily edited thing in the whole fucking.
This took me like a week to do. This entire fucking thing took me a week. I'm really happy how all of this came out. So this, like, all of this, I took Shadowplate footage of me going through a Source Games menu, and I copied it like frame for frame in animation. So like all of this, like this is all based on reference, like the font, the animation, all that stuff. Like I was using actual video reference. Doing the audio mixing for this thing was a goddamn nightmare, but the meme was relevant at the time. Everyone was doing like X thing but Half-Life sound effects. So I'm like, I gotta do it. So this was painfully hard to do because a small detail you can like notice if you watch this like if you watch K4 locally, you might be able to hear it through stream, but I actually mixed all of the sound effects to play by channel. So like if a guard was shooting to my left, it would only play on the left channel, and as I turned my head towards the guard, I would mix the right audio channel in, which was completely overkill. But I'm like, I have to do it. It's like,
Yeah,
that's the
I
thing
sort of
about
push
source
for that,
games.
these ideas, because it's like, oh yeah, it's a Half-Life, you have that stereo audio.
Yeah, dude, you gotta have a
whenever you
stereo
killed
audio.
I remember when you killed that scientist, I was like, Dusky, you gotta put in that.
Wotus with the idea for changing the music on the watch menu was good. That was really funny. I also almost got 102 the day before K4 came out, and if I got it, I just wasn't gonna post it. I was just gonna post it afterward because I still wanted to have this.
Would have had to re-edit the whole run.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck that. I'd just show the 103 anyway because it's a funny edit.
Silo 8103.
It's good. Yeah, so just a lot of audio mixing. It's just tedious. Not much to talk about in terms of like actual process. It's just a tedious job to do. How do you do the voice at the end? So in the Half-Life sound effects file, there's just separate audio clips of Morphox, like the like intercom thing, just going like 1, and then like the next audio file is 2, and then there's like a bunch of like other audio files where it's just him going like B C D. So you just like take all of those, like all these like random things he says, like alert, die, and you just mix them all together. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. So how about this Aztec grind?
Oh man, so I got 139 very early into the Horde, and then I played for lower for the rest of the. I got it in like February, and I played for 138 or lower for months, hours. I put in fucking hours into this level, and I can't lower this time. It pisses me off to this day. Irene shit out a 138, and when I met him in real life, I just told him how pissed I was. I'm not actually mad at him. I'm more mad at myself, but I can't get better. This is the best I could get. And this run's so like, ugh.
Yeah, I know you really didn't like that run.
Yeah, I mean, it's so troll. Like, it's so hard to get everything to go right.
And these were all the other completions I had throughout the Horde. So like this was the first. I got this like the first month into the Horde. I think like the next month I got this run. So this is just like foreshadowing the other completions I got.
We were also having some trouble trying to make it look like, oh, these are previous runs.
Luke,
and stuff
I
like that.
tried so hard not to copy your song choices. This song wasn't even on the fucking spreadsheet. Like I looked and it said no one had used this song. So
Is
I'm
this
like,
a
yes.
song Luke used again?
Yes, Luke's used it in like a fucking control
Luke
run or something.
used everything. It's so insane.
Yeah.
He used every single
Luke
music
robbed
cover.
like 4 of my song choices. It's
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think we should just take the whole project down.
Luke robbed one of my songs as well. We'll get to that later.
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
here we go.
And then for my last run, so this was me finally getting it, like fucking months later. So I got this run right here with this A complete with this mist bomb diffuse. I got that like 1 hour of trying this new strat. So Boss PM'd me about this strat and gave me all the fucking deets. And it had been posted on the forums, but he like personally let me know about it. Because he's like, I saw that you were playing Frigate LTK and you were trying to get the record, so this strat might be better. This strat makes this level go from like a 1 out of 10 in difficulty to like a fucking 9. This level's so fucking hard with this strat. Like, I don't know if I could ever grind with this. Like, this was me getting so pissed.
Fuck this game.
I was so tilted playing for this too.
I
And
love the star music cue, dude.
Gotta get the music cue. Dude, so I got this run when I was in a call with Jono, and Jono was watching me, like, in Discord, and I told Jono, I said, Jono, you're nothing but bad luck, and you're just gonna make me die every fucking run this session. And I think 30 minutes after I said that, I got this run.
I'm mad too
Poor
because
Jono.
it was us three for the longest time, and then I had to go for like 20 minutes. And in the
Yeah.
20 minutes I left, you got it. And then you
Yeah.
were like, "Yo, Ricky, I got it." I'm like, "What? Come on!"
Yeah.
But I was happy you got it.
Just like, yeah, I'm just glad this grind. Honestly, like, I don't care if this ever gets beaten. I'm just glad to have finally untied it after it being almost a decade old, the previous record. So
Yeah, what's nuts
Overdue.
is seeing just how often you even pace better than this. Like, you're so consistent at this level.
yeah, no, I was. Towards the end of my grind, I was pacing like 112 to 113. It's just it never fucking completes. So like this run in particular, I knew was like pretty fast, and I was using this whitehead strat to get this guard to go to a better despawn point. So I knew this run was like decently fast, like it had a chance. So I waited at the boat here. And when I went in, I thought I waited too long, and me and Jono just went like, oh? Just like, I thought I fucking choked 115, that's why I waited here. And then when we saw that, I'm just like, thank God, dude. I honestly thought I waited too long, and I thought it was 116. I was gonna be so pissed.
And you didn't show cheats in the.
I didn't show
Settings
cheats
as
in, no, I didn't show cheats in the Horde because I just wanted to end it, but
Yeah, but
it's on the
you did it in the
rankings.
raw. Yeah.
No, it was untied for 9.5 years, Clobber.
And if anyone didn't know, that I wanted, when I got my new camera, I wanted to do a bumper in reference to our first teaser. So that's what that was. I shot it. I literally put on the same clothes, and that's the same location. I just shot it with the new
Oh,
camera.
That was like on 2 different days that you shot this?
Yeah, it wasn't on the same
Oh,
day.
okay.
So,
Okay.
real quick about this. This was a vague idea that I had about this whole digging up the VHS tape kind of thing. I thought it was maybe a bit too ambitious, and I thought like maybe like Wotus was gonna have to pull it all off by himself, and it was gonna be like way too much. But you guys ended up like meeting at one point and then executing it like perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, we just like, we improvised this. Like, this was all a run and gun. No plans for this. We were literally just location hunting, and then me and Willis were just like, we both knew what we wanted out of it. And we're just like, yeah, we want, like, I want you to stand here, and we're just like, yep, and we just shot this so fast.
Yeah. And also almost everything in this like part is like not the real audio. It's been like added by you, Dusky, right?
Yeah, all the sound effects I did over it. These aren't all actual
Yeah,
sound
all the sound effects.
Ari has one comment too.
Yeah, I'm super, happy that you guys shot this in my hometown, and I just think it's very special, and you guys picked a good spot, I would say.
Yeah,
And you guys did great with it.
yeah, it was really fun having Ari. Like, he was on set for all of this because if we were here and just figured, might as well just include him in our activities because we did use him, like, for
Yeah,
other scenes.
he was
Best
there.
shot of the whole horde.
Yeah, he was just
That's fun.
he was just chilling with us. Yeah, the whole time we were shooting this, he was just like laying down in the sand, just chilling. Is good. So originally I had a shot where I was supposed to have the camera inside of the chest, and I opened it up, and like that's where the camera was gonna be, but it looked so stupid. Yeah, Cynthia did a really good job with these titles. You can really read them. I had to retake that shot. I had to do that take like 1,000 fucking times. That was good.
This right here is my favorite moment in VC, when everyone freaks out when they see Hados on it. Like everyone's screaming and like no one believes it. I love that part. It makes me like shiver.
Yeah. Whereas his initials come up here.
Yeah.
It's sick.
So yeah, I kind of like took up the helm of editing Hados's part, and we had some suggestions on what music to use, but it ended up all changing like halfway into, like, right before the release.
Yeah. The only like song that we knew that for sure what's gonna be used in the Eidos part was like this one in the Jungle 50 because he asked us to put this one in the Jungle 50, and then we didn't know for the rest of the run until he came back, I think, and then had some other requests.
I think it was Aztec Essay or something.
Yeah,
No,
one of
it-
the Aztec songs is it chosen by Ricky, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a mixture of everyone picking different stuff, I think.
Yeah, everyone just kind of threw in song ideas.
Yeah,
We
I
should,
remember we were discussing
Very
about
old
it.
run, right? This was what, November or something?
This is like
This
one
is
of the
November
first. This is like one of the first
Dates.
runs we got.
Yeah.
30th of November 2018. This one is.
Yeah, it's one of the first 4 or 3 runs.
So like, how
The
did
record when
Haters
it
like
changed
come
as
into the
well.
project? Actually,
How did Hados come in?
yeah.
We were I kind of wanted I've spoken about it before, but I always kind of wanted 6. I just saw that as like a whole team. And when we had our first initial roster, we were 5, and I asked Dusky like maybe we should add Hados, because we had just come out of like a league victory, so he seemed like, you know, hot, seemed warm. He'd just gotten the Egypt untied, so it's like maybe we should add him. And so we ended up doing that. And so we should probably talk about how he was playing for about like 4 months, and then poof, right?
Yeah.
He vanished.
Yeah, he played for like 3 or 4 months, and then for the rest of the Horde, he was just gone. Like, he just went MIA, didn't respond to anybody, wasn't on Discord, like nothing. So, he literally didn't show up again until I think like 2 days before the Horde came out or something?
A few weeks.
Or a few weeks, yeah, he just showed
Like
up
2
like...
weeks or 3 weeks, yeah. But it
He
was pretty
didn't-
late though. We were already like scrambling, trying to make sure that we had everything for this project. Like, yeah, because we pushed it back a few times, and it's just like, okay, we gotta hit this date, you know. And then he shows up.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden. It wasn't, it's kind of terrifying. I remember Ricky spent the entirety of the Horde intermittently just constantly, like, messaging him, like, on the rankings and stuff, like, through the forums. Just, like, asking him if he's still alive or anything.
Yeah. There were a few days when I was opening Discord, and there was like a gray default Discord avatar that typed to me with like a 1. And I'm like, oh, and then I see it's Callie, and I'm like, oh.
That's an awful one.
Okay, I'll type to you, Callie. And then one day I'm like, oh, it's probably Callie again. Boom, potatoes. I'm like, what? What's your life?
Everybody was so hyped.
I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember who I typed to, but I was spamming someone. I was like, you know, typing.
You sent me a
Storm.
message, I remember, and you sent me what he sent it to you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he was like, "Yes, I'm alive. I'm sorry. Like I kept like not saying anything for such a long time." But
Real
Yeah.
quick, those 2 songs he picked for Jungle 50 and B200, he picked those himself.
yeah,
This was a song that me and Dusty, when we heard it at first, this was like a really, really bad choice. And then Dusty was like, well, why don't you just play the live version? Or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah,
Like,
so
I forget who
basically-
was saying that. And then once the live version came in, it was like, okay, that's like way better.
The studio version of this song is like, it sounds like almost like a country song, and it's just like,
it's cowboy mode.
yeah, and it wasn't there's like, Aztec is such a high energy level, and the music like that he originally chose for this just didn't really like fit the song. And I remember my mom was a really big fan of this song when I was a kid, and she only listened to the live version of the song, and I'm like, I've heard this song before, but it sounds different. And then I googled it, and I'm like, oh, the version that everyone else listens to is the live version. So we put the live version in, and yeah, the live version just has way more fucking hype to it. It's such a sick song, like the live version.
This is
Yeah.
another 2018 time, I think.
The studio version of this Cheap Trick song.
this
is
one, the
like-
date, what is it? Yeah, it's 6th of November 2018. It's the oldest time in the Horde, actually. It's this
Oh
one.
yeah, this is the oldest one.
No,
6th November
crazy.
2018.
B-Down, this is the live in Japan version. It's not the original.
Okay, now
it's
something
B-Down.
interesting about Hados run is that during the very first airing of K4, like during the vid, we actually realized that we fucked up the order of the runs of Hados because it's 2 Aztec runs in a row, and it wasn't
Yeah.
meant to be like that at first.
Yeah, and it's still like that in the final edit.
Yeah, like it wasn't supposed to be like that. I think this one was supposed to like go before the Bunker 2 run, like after the Jungle Agent run or something.
Yeah.
And somehow it got mixed up in the spreadsheets when we like did stuff, and it stayed like this. And yeah, now it's there forever.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, I thought it was fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't notice either. Yeah, I thought it was fine too.
Yeah,
I didn't say
I
anything.
mean, that's the thing. None of us ended up noticing before like it aired.
I think you
Which
did
goes to show that it was-
during the airing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying.
This is a Ricky
Yeah,
Chosen
yeah.
song.
It's a nice song.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked this one just I wanted to use it myself at some point, but I just realized that when I listened to it, it really fit this run, and the lyrics especially completely fit everything that we had been going through with Hados missing, and just the whole shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
You can Google the lyrics and you'll see what I mean, basically.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really much more. Honestly, there's not really much to talk about with Hados and stuff, because like we just mentioned, he was fucking gone.
Yeah,
like, most
because
of the
even we
time.
don't have much information about it, so...
Yeah, like if he was around, maybe he could comment like on these runs or anything, but he was pretty underground the whole time we had him. Like he just played, and he would just post stuff. He wouldn't be like, oh, this was really fucking hard to get or something. He would just like get a time and just boom, just plop the YouTube link in and be like, oh, okay, he got that, I guess.
Yeah, like the other stuff that is noticeable is that like his runway essay run that we didn't show
Is
because
this
it's not that,
unironic?
like, part of the raid. I mean, not runway essay, but the jungle essay run, and of course his runway essay isn't recorded. He got 22 unrecorded.
This isn't what is this, Ricky? This absolutely isn't vaporwave.
It's more like
indie
more
pop?
like synth lazy rock, kind of. It's like kind of synth pop, kind of lazy rock.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of different vibes. The whole album as a whole is an indie rock album. This one just happens to have like a lot of synth things on it. One thing I will say about this time is he shat this one out. Like he was gone for like a few weeks, and then he just posted this randomly.
It's Neo Psych.
Yeah, he just posted this one in the Discord like out of nowhere, and I remember Jono, me, and Frost Tops, we were like, "What?"
He says it's Mac DeMarco's Slacker Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like his sound. Yeah, so that was this run. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of low-key salty when he got this. Because he's using a slower strat than I was.
One more thing. Damn, Frost is here, but he can't be in VC. That sucks. Real quick, I will say that Hados got Runway SA-22 unrecorded.
By the way, that's actually the sun. I just shot it at a really, I think low ISO. Yeah, I don't know. That was the first bumper I made, yeah. And then Ricky can speak about his own stuff.
So, I wanted to kind of be the weird artistic person here. I didn't really have any like straight vision of how I wanted to portray myself. I just wanted to be very artsy. This was a good shot. I liked that. I don't know what I was thinking with that, but I'm like, let's just go with it. So yeah, this was kind of scary. Like being up here, actually, there weren't that many railings, and it was kind of high up. I felt like I'm normally not afraid of heights, but that was kind of a tough situation to be in.
The album's sick. I love that shot of the album.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite albums, and I remember the first time I heard it was I think I was returning from AGDQ, and I was just listening to this album like on repeat at the airport. And this is another tribute to one of the teasers we did. So Dusky did his, teaser to it in the bumper.
The Groundhog Day poster.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
It was my friend. It was actually my film friend's suggestion. He was like, "Let's include that because it's kind of like speedrunning where you're reliving the same run a lot of the time, like you're doing the same run over and over again." So I'm like, okay, well, sounds like a good idea. It's a cool tribute, I guess.
Little touch.
Yeah. That stare was just to show that I wasn't fucking around, I guess. I don't really have any other like.
I mean, you just have a very intense look, so you just want to use that, I guess, when you can.
Yeah, it's true. And I forgot my running shoes, so I had to run in my fucking casual ones, which was funny. But yeah, I was just running a lot at the time.
Yeah, it's like DSX with the bike.
This is one of people's favorite shots.
Yeah, it's really nice.
A lot of people like this
You can
one.
see a guy on the left coming at the end of it, I think.
Yeah, there he is.
Dude, this is sick right here. I love this. The fact that you
The
went
transition
to
is
the concert.
amazing here.
It's so sick.
It's unexpected for sure. Like you're like, what?
Yeah.
The actual
like, takes a
live
little bit.
performance.
Yeah, he was actually no joke better live. He would like play out a lot of his like what he was singing, it would like last longer. So like the end of each sentence would last
Yeah.
longer.
You can
And he
hear
would-
it in this part.
Yeah, and it would just sound like way better. We got SA-25 first.
You got these pretty fast, both the SA and the P. I remember being in the calls with you when you got these.
This was one of the most degenerate like grinds I've ever played. I literally, no joke, think this was like a 10-hour session.
Yeah, I was there.
It was really bad. I remember being in a call with you, Jono, and Sammy, and I was like, guys, I'm playing. I know I played for like the whole day, but I'm playing so well right now. I'm gonna mute. But I had the game feed running, so you guys were watching me while talking, and then I hit this throw, and I like threw my controller here like on the table, and then I like flicked it. But I was like popping off. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to skip it, or whatever. Yeah, I was really happy with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of my first records. It was my second record, I think.
25 was decent, but then 26 was like pretty, you know, you
Yeah,
kicked it.
I'll talk about 26 soon. So this was cool. I really liked it.
I like this transition, like this. You point the scan and boom is there.
Yeah.
This worked out exactly as I wanted in my head. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so the reason I used this song, this Freddie Gibbs song, is not only is this my actual favorite album of this decade, it goes in so hard, and I got this time in literally like 1 hour, so I was just once again showing that like I don't want to fuck around, like, you know, it's fucking Ricky Baby.
This song's sick. Yeah, I really like this song.
Yeah, one of the best rappers in the game, and arguably the best producer ever.
I like the
For rap.
Fletcher paintball writing on the fucking wall touch.
Mm-hmm.
Classic meme.
Everyone did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimbo was the first, I guess.
yeah. The
What
Jimbo
do we
touch.
think about it?
Yeah, shout out to Jimbo.
Yeah.
Shouts to
actually
Jimbo
the
for
first.
Yeah, Jimbo, you don't get much recognition, so shout out to Jimbo on this project.
Yeah. It's
Shouts
actually
to
the
Jimbo
first
for not
person that
watching
we
K4.
see that we see in the horde. Like, if you think about it, we see his reaction first.
Except you didn't watch the Horde.
Oh, what?
So he says, yeah.
Yeah.
Good run. Good
Oh,
run.
it's all 26 here. Really,
Yeah.
really nice.
That's a really nice 26.
Yeah. Everything about the run was really good, except like the drain climb was really bad. But
Yeah. Even on
I mean,
25 could have been better. Like the climb, same spot. Those
Mm-hmm.
are similar runs, like the 25 and the 26 actually. Good throw.
This
but
was
kind
the
of a slow climb.
So this is the
you
first.
you
thing
can talk about it.
Yeah, this is the first thing we shot. Ricky, me and Ricky were in the Moam house trying to come up with ideas to shoot while we were together, so that we could shoot stuff like together and just like it would just be a lot easier. I came up with this idea because he's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get a crash site run, but we can do like a skid based on crash site just in case I do get one. So I'm like, and I had this whole idea of having him basically reenact it. This is also the first thing I edited, because I edited this when I got back from Moam, and I'm really happy with how it came out. Like, I think it came out really good. Considering that the footage looks like shit, I think it still came out really good.
Dude, that last shot right there where you filmed the sky was literally, we were like, oh, how are we gonna do the end screen? And then we look at each other, and you're about to say what I'm thinking, and I go, hold on, let me explain what you're thinking. And then we both literally thought of this like filming the sky thing at the same time.
Yeah,
Which was like an incredible moment. I thought it was so sick.
it was sick.
We thought of the same thing at the same time.
So here's the crash site run. In
so-
full.
Yeah, in full. So I have a lot going on behind this time. First, I'll say that I had 115 for the longest time. Yeah, everyone thought this was 115, which is I'm glad to have proven everyone wrong with that. But yeah, I had 115 for the longest time, and we had a bit of a disagreement in the Discord, and I wanted to not think about K4 for because I was thinking about it for almost every day, like the whole year. So I just wanted to not think about it for like a day, but I still wanted to play. So instead of putting in more runs, I wanted to get quality over quantity. So I tried to get 114. So I basically just searched up every little strat that MW had found going for essay and stuff. So I just did everything that he wrote down, going in full. no, like keep a look up in the cave, which I don't know if these were myths or not, but all I can say is I got this in one day. And yeah.
Yeah, it was sick that you clutched it. Kind of caked it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Going for 114 specifically, yeah. Really good decimal, too. Fucking 114.6.
Yeah, I was floored when you got this. I just didn't expect it, honestly.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nobody did.
It was awesome. That was
Yeah,
my favorite
actually-
thing. I was just gonna say, I'm really glad you subverted everyone's expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I did too. I played a lot for that. So the 114, I got that, like, I watched a really long YouTube video while I got that. And I was 1 hour, 14 minutes into the YouTube video when I got that, so it's kind of interesting.
The meme.
This one's great.
Gotta throw the meme in, dude. The 9-5.
Yeah.
That's such a nice idea for the Faction 5. Very creative.
Yeah. It was just kind of like a, you know, roundabout, roundup, haha kind of thing, you know. It ended up working out.
Music here. Got him.
Yeah. Yep. I'm big on those. Spent the day.
Sick song.
Mhm.
You got trolled going for this too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My very first 5 corrupted after like 20 hours of going for it. And then I spent 20 minutes getting a dupe.
Yeah.
Also,
Funny.
I think you were in a voice call with voice call with Harry and JD, right? When you duped it.
I was in
And
what's
told
called
Harry.
Harry, Randy, and JD, and I was trying to tell Harry without alerting everyone else. Yeah.
So
This
here's
one's
the
great.
here's the first
This was
record.
the actual first record I got.
Yeah. The editing on this one just hilarious. It's so good. The song's amazing too. It's so perfect.
This was a song I picked out like already, like super early on.
This
I
is
knew
a-
that it would fit.
This is like a first music video you made too.
Yeah, I can't believe how well it fit. Like, actually, think about how it fit perfectly on the start movement, and think about like how well it ends on the end screen. Like, listen,
Yeah, with you
like
you
it's
Yeah.
talking.
actually perfect. I didn't edit anything to make it like that. It was just like that. And yeah, it was the first record I got coming home from MOAM. And
Also-
yeah, you guys complained the end screen was too empty, so I added more aliens.
By the way, best decimal
remember
when you
the
got that. That was the
later.
best 25 decimal when you got that time.
Yeah, there's something about Henning's 25 being better.
Yeah.
The quality's so bad that you can't see it. So mine is actually the best 25, like where you can see the timer.
So there's some lore to this one.
Well, yeah. This is another one of those times where I didn't know if I wanted it in the Horde 49, because
This is
I just felt like
49
it was a
though.
lot worse than most of my other times. So once again, I was like, okay, well, K4 is coming out really soon. I want to really just succeed expectation. And this was, some people, when they saw 114, I think they were like, okay, well, this is definitely 48. But there were still a few people that were like, this might still be 49. And yeah, I just fucking got it the day before. I
Came in
literally got it
clutch.
the day before.
Yeah, came in clutch.
I love the extra dinosaur and the aliens, honestly.
It's my favorite gift with the Horde.
Such a nice run
that-
too.
Oh, sick
Yeah, the
run.
decimal is actually, this is another one of those that's just the
like
best decimal. in
Fried
games, yeah.
decimal. Yeah, fried decimal. Great run. I'm glad you got that so quickly, just like in the last minute.
Yeah, that was a solid grind. It was a little annoying, but overall, I enjoyed going for 48.
I had to re-export the entire fucking project because of that time. And then there's
This
this.
is actually one of my favorite ones.
This was awesome.
BT.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. It really stings a bit that not enough people remember this run because, fuck, I love this run. This is like one of
Yeah,
my
it's
best.
really nice.
This is one of my best performed runs like ever. Period. Like it doesn't matter much about the time. It's about like how well I perform.
And the music too. Like the music is
The
god
music
tier.
is- You know the whole Spotify rap thing where like it shows how much you listen to music and stuff.
Yeah.
This ended up being my number 4 of 2019 because I was literally listening to it on repeat, imagining my Deep Sea run to it.
That's
Like,
sick.
I listened to it that much. I just love the song.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, this also I think was quite a grind for you. I remember like watching a lot of your just like underground streams and just really going So, yeah, you earned it, I guess. Just Elvis is just so troll here.
Yeah, I really was like I was determined like early on. I had because we had a cooked runs channel in the K4 Discord where we posted our pace and like fails and stuff. And I got like a 252 at one point. I like, okay guys, I want to get a deep sea run for the Horde, and I posted my first PB, which was like a 20-pointer in April, and then I worked my way all the way up to 94 points. So just committed to the thought of let's just play deep sea because I wanna. It's right around the time when I got PAL. I knew I wanted it.
That fucking quality.
Music cue on the door, by the way. These are some of my best shots ever, by the way. These shots are insane.
Oh, Clover was saying that he said he was telling Beatdown that he couldn't wait to watch this run again. This one in particular. Yeah, the PAL quality, oh, it's so nutty. Looks great. Yeah, I don't know if there's really, yeah, it's just it was a decent grind going for this, but I know you had a lot of fun playing this level when you were playing it.
Yeah,
like
I did have a lot of fun playing it.
You really
I remember
like
right
this.
here, I was in a call with I think Wotus and Dusky. I think it might have been all three of us actually.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, there's another 228 unless I get open door. And then when I saw the door, I'm like, okay, I got open door. And then I was trying to focus right here. And then when I saw 227 at the end, Wotus gave me the, dude, nice. So when I got it, I was like,
5 as well.
That's all I can say.
Also the music with this end screen is one of the best parts about my part, honestly.
Yeah.
And then it fit perfectly with this this reveal here.
Yeah, this is Clobber's favorite run. That's sick.
Cheers, man. I actually knew when I had 228 and I was going for 227, I had to cut the cinema at that spot because it wouldn't fit the music cue if I played the cutscene all the way out.
Yeah.
So I was consciously cutting it at the right time.
Isn't that the earliest you can cut the cutscene?
Yeah, well, you can
Because
just
you have
like
to wait.
spam A and then you can just like let go of the controller. It'll cut it by itself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh! Okay. Oh.
Oh my god.
You can talk about this.
So this went through 2 iterations. The first iteration, what did it just completely used the song that's being shown on this record here. What's it again? Crabs in a Bucket.
It's Crabs in a Bucket
by Vince Staples, and that was the entire video. And the thing was Ricky tried so hard for this time. This was such a prestigious time. Like, it's such a good fucking record that just listening to it with that song, great song by the way, but it just didn't match the energy of like the run, because the run is so high speed and it's such a good record. I'm like, this needs something like just a lot more energetic. And
yeah,
and
I always wanted to use this Mantis hymn theme. And the thing about that Vince Staples song was the opening part fit like perfectly, but when we got into the actual run, there was not enough climax to be there. So I just decided, let's pick the Metal Gear 1 boss theme, because that hasn't been used. It's just got like a really dramatic kind of sound, and I had this idea of like, you could barely see Chicago coming in there, like, oh, like if you weren't paying attention for like half a second, you didn't like, you're like kind of like, oh, did I miss it? Like, did he pick Chicago?
Yeah.
What, did I see that right? And then when you jump into the run, you're like, oh fuck.
I had goosebumps the first time I saw this edit.
Yeah.
I remember your reaction when you got this too. It was so insane.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago 14 is one of my craziest speedrun reactions ever, actually. Like in my like 7 years.
Yeah.
I think
It's sick.
it's a big one. Sure.
I was so
Yeah,
glad I
really
Such an
well, right?
explosion.
From by the dip to now, you got it, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to get it during like League. Like this is Clobber's like Egypt 44. You know, it's just like the time when you start playing, you find that level and you just want to get that time for that level. And
Yeah,
when I
becomes
when
an
I first,
obsession.
I literally played Chicago 15 I got 15 so fast And because I got it so fast, I'm like, I want to see if I could get 14 because I was really inspired by Joris.
I think Harry filmed that.
There was a Harry. Yeah, that was a Harry bumper.
Yeah.
I put the text on there, but that was filmed by Harry. Yeah. And then this was all edited by you, Ricky.
Yep.
Yeah, this was
This is
Ricky.
all,
Ricky doing
is
Frost
all
Hops
me.
Oh, the
part.
Frost Hops part. I think you kind of struggled to find a good intro to Frost Hops, right?
Yeah.
Like we didn't knew what to do at first.
So the vibe for Frost Tops is it was very obvious that like Dusky's part is very like kind of I would say more funny than most. My part is more like artsy and stuff like that. And I wanted Frost Top's part because I told him that this is just how I felt. I guess like working with him as a person. I was thinking of making his first run be more of like an introverted sort of like introduction, if you know what I mean, like kind of shy in a way. I can't really seem to find the right word for it, but I just didn't want it to be like a complete blowout, and so I thought it was perfect to start with this. And it ended up working out really well because, yeah, like it's yet again just another contrast from the rest of the people in the video.
Song's awesome too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just kind of wanted Frost Tops to be this like, you know, silent slayer, just to show that, you know, he has stuff he can do as well, and he just needs to let the game like speak for him and let the music and the feel of his part like do it for him.
He was.
I just noticed that music cue on the boost there. I didn't intend for that.
He's also one of the first people to be in the Horde, so he was in the project like day one. He was one of the OG members.
Yeah, statue for Frost Tops was always something he kind of wanted. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
It was an early goal of his. I really
I
like
guess
both
one-
the statue songs. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, one thing is we actually were gonna have like more statue runs, I guess, but we actually cut them. Like Hados had 219s, and we just cut them.
Oh
because
yeah,
they
yeah,
had three.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another music cue for the end here. Look
I
at
think
the
when it
cursor
stops.
movement.
Yeah, the cursor when it stops it.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, they're all very, very subtle. You really have to pay attention because they're almost always there. And then the blowout comes in, which is the song.
Dude, I was listening to this song on my way back from my trip when ECM was happening in like in March, and this is just such a sick song, and it goes so well with this run. Because this run's so ridiculous too. It's just so whack.
We were all very fortunate, and especially Frost Tops as well, that he got such great skips on terrain, both on Agent and SA, because for a while he was stuck with times that he knew he wasn't like quite happy with. And
I think he
in
had, like,
comparison
105
to the
on
rest of the
Agents.
stuff we had, the points were quite low actually. So the fact that he improved, like I think he went from 131 to 128, and then from like 105 to 102 or something. Something crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
So it's just incredibly fortunate that he just clutched those out.
Especially on Jap as well. And with like his like kind of fuck up on his 102 on one break, where he got kind of trolled.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Dr. Light. I was saying to everyone, I was talking to Joris a lot because he was the only one like awake during EU hours. How I think Frost Tops was the least expected person. Like slowly but surely, Joris was starting to be suspected a bit of hoarding. But
Yeah.
Frost, almost nobody had eyes on Frost except for like Craig, actually.
Yeah,
Very
pretty solid for JP, honestly. It's a pre-troll level.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people thought this was like really bad, and then they're like, "Oh, it's essay. Oh no, yeah, it's good." Just like really funny.
What is it now? I forgot the next one.
yeah.
Oh my god!
I literally
Such a
just
good idea.
this was a one-day job. I had this idea and I wanted to do it so bad that I literally just dug out my Wii, and I had this penguin avatar sitting on my thing, and I'm like, let's see what Birdie looks like. So I made a Birdie meme, and just wanted to beat the shit out of him in the boxing match.
Yeah, it's good. I thought this
Yeah,
was funny.
poor Birdie is just target of all the speed bullying.
Yeah.
Must have
Even-
been so
funny
funny
part
part
is-
like having him KO the first the first KO.
Yeah, the funny part is this took 3 tries because he got up the other 2 matches, and I don't know if there was any like strategies to it, but I just feel like knocking him down like really hard, like kind of like maybe made him stay down that 3rd time.
Yeah, you gotta really put energy in those punches.
This ended up being one of my favorite bands ever, actually. This after hearing this song.
Oh yeah, the damn run. I forgot about this
Yeah,
one.
I love this run a lot. Yeah, I actually ended up seeing this band live, and the Stax live is great. I got a text from one of my mods in my Discord. He was like, "Hey, we're seeing the Midnight. You want to come?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah! Like, of course I want to." And when they played this song, I showed it to Frost, and this was my idea. I'm pretty sure, right here. It's so good. I tried to get it as accurate as I could with this whole like vaporwave kind of look. I think I did it okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
This was a weird one, I feel, because a lot of people thought this was 117 when they were watching it live, and when he sent that run to me and I watched it, I was like, yeah, that looks like a 118 to me. So a lot of people were misled by this one, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the MSH is one of those levels where it's like hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell pace. As I said, I love the use of to represent this whole segment, the use of the sax emoji in the background.
Oh yeah,
and
to
shit.
start.
Yeah.
Gotta get the music cue.
Yeah, this was all for music cue, but it fit the song too. Oh, that still gives me shivers. So
Good.
good.
Yeah.
This was another one that was really hard to
Oh, the transition.
show.
Yeah.
yeah, it
I
was hard to
remember.
show that what we meant was Jono got Cradle 33, and then
Yeah.
Frost was inspired to play Cradle, and he ended up getting another his own 33 literally an hour later. But we only had so much time to show that because of the music cue coming
Yeah.
up at the end
Yeah.
here. So like you can see how much we actually planned around music cues. It was honestly probably one of the biggest pains, but it ultimately made for the most satisfying video, I think. So damn good, dude. Oh,
Double music cue, boy.
yeah.
Wait.
Please check out this whole album. It's really good. It's got quality just like this one. So I think I know what's next because I've watched this so much. I believe it's Facility.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this was an early idea, and you guys incorporated this originally with your 45s. that you guys had gotten, but then you both got 44 like right after.
Yep. Exactly. So we had an idea to like switch it on. We wanted at first to do it on the warps, but then just to show more that we were switching back and forth, we were doing it in some random spots. So like right there and right here. So it was really good. This was another song choice that I had because I just felt like we didn't have it in metal, and it just fits so well.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
love
love
now
this,
that
I love
that's
this
the
song.
two
The
bands at
cuts,
same time
the
as
cuts
well.
are really
I love this
seamless
part.
too.
And then the double initials.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
It was, I don't know, it was just like a completely random idea we had. It was kind of natural. Like it wasn't like we were trying to think of it or anything. It just kind of came to us. We're just like, oh yeah, just do cuts at the warps. Makes sense. It looks
It's a
natural.
very old idea. It was very, very early on, so I don't like quite remember how it happened.
Also, this is a favorite song of mine. I love this. This is sick.
Yeah, there's not too much backstory behind the song on this one. It's mostly just Frost is an avid Kirby 64 lover, and this was the song he wanted to use for this. So
Oh!
doing that.
This break, oh my god.
The break,
Yeah, that's one of the most
breathe.
glaring like mistakes, I guess.
But yeah, this is a banger.
It's such a good song.
Orcs.
Yeah, the funny
The
part
guard.
is that guard not fading out actually made the laser slower,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was still 102 with like that, like actually insane locks for considering the guard just didn't
Yeah.
fade out for that long.
Yeah.
Very clutch.
Yeah,
And
you didn't- I
sometimes
don't
the
think
guard
that's
can
funny.
die and lay it down on the log so you can't shoot the log, so it's really annoying.
Yeah. Frost says no nerves from your boy.
Might be why you clutched it.
Yeah, that's sick.
Was this a skip, Frost, from 105? I believe it was. Oh, listen to this. I'm gonna just listen. Oh no, okay, it's not yet. It's not yet. I was thinking of the statue run. Yeah, this is my SA22. This took me like way too long.
I think you guys just kind of agreed to put these together, like in between Frost stuff.
I think I wanted, considering how little GE I had, I thought I asked Frost if I could put my my GoldenEye stuff in where he had his stuff, and it ended up fitting.
You just wanted to separate your stuff.
Yeah, this was actually a pretty ugly 22, but I just got saved by that last boost.
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah, this is another song that I picked because Luke sniped my song. Yet again.
Fucking Luke,
And-
dude. Luke's
And would
in.
you believe it, Luke? The song that Luke used that I wanted to use for this was he used it on a Runway SA22.
Luke is the antagonist of K4, like in lore.
Okay, so the very beginning of that song is actually random ambient noises I found on YouTube. Because it didn't quite like, I don't know, the song didn't start at the right time. Like I needed like more ambience at the start.
I thought it was a
'Cause that's
part
how
of the
the song
song,
starts?
to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
But I added in like an extra 2 or 3 seconds of ambience just because it wasn't like quite ready to roll yet.
Oh wow, I never noticed that.
Sick song. It's
Yeah, I really like this one.
Really solid choices from Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke, I wanted to use Danny Brown Triple X, but you used it in your Runway SA22. Which was the level I wanted to use that song.
That's funny. Same level too. Because anyone use Death Grips for
Yeah, Sammy Hest.
Yeah, I did for an Aztec double run as well. I used Hacker. Back in the day.
This was another run where we had 2 songs to choose from, and I think it was me, Joris, and Wotus were listening to both the songs, and we weren't giving our opinions until like we both listened to them, so we wouldn't like influence each other. and then we all literally agreed on this one. Like, just we just thought it was better.
Yeah. Sick
So
song.
like, yeah, I like the second song more.
Yeah, I think it just fit Frost a lot better, honestly.
Luke's next. Fuck, he's using Metal Machine music. I was gonna use that. Fuck. God damn it.
Damn it, he's using Corey Feldman.
Fucking next music video for me will be Power Electronics. See, it's a chill song. I like it. Chill song for a chill run. Guys, E before D. Wow. Amazing. Breathtaking.
I don't remember Frost talking about going for 218 agent at all. He just wanted to get SN00.
There you go. There's the healthy, the 218. Wow.
And now we got pretty much the magnum opus, the best non-world record time in maybe the whole Horde.
Isn't this like the first run he got too?
Yeah, this is in November time again, 2018.
It's insane that he got this as soon as he joined the Horde. Like, I remember when he got this time, the first thing we said is, if we can't get anything literally better, this is the closing. Back when we didn't have as many people, we're like, this is the closing run for the Horde. This was supposed to be the final run.
Yeah, it's funny, we didn't get anything like of this quality until like, I guess like Chicago 14.
Yeah, this was like a god tier run. When it was achieved, we were just all so shocked.
Yeah.
Evaluate life and meaning of life and everything associated with life.
It's so. I love the Frost
Oh
clips,
my
dude.
God,
The Frost clips are amazing.
Yeah. I don't know where he got these from, but they're just so funny.
They're all from his stream, because he streamed a little bit before he joined the Horde. Yeah, he was playing these.
Holy shit! What?
So
No way.
No way.
it was pretty droll.
I love the Swiss knife here.
The mighty Swiss. Swiss being too powerful again, he's got to break the Swiss curse, just like Jono did.
This one was a little bit of a filler, not gonna lie. This Luke Pettit coming back thing, I needed a third one for the song.
And then this was sick. This was such a perfect shot with the rabbit going in right on the... Oh, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
I love this. This is awesome. This is very personal. This is another one of those, like, really built character. I think, like, just on top of the runs. Like, this shot, like, so good.
Yeah. It's actually... This is a very emotional, like, part of the whole video, actually, because...
So cute, dude.
Yeah, because his bunny passed away.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so it's like, that run's, like, dedicated to his bunny.
Such a cutie. I fucking love that rabbit.
Yeah.
And then just, yeah, awesome song to an amazing run.
Yeah, I remember just fucking streaming this lyrics in my room like over and over again when I first like started editing this. Like, there was definitely at a point where I wrote to Frostops, I'm like, dude, I love your fucking frigate song. I love your song so much.
Such a god tier run in terms of playing gameplay too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sick. That headshot was just insane.
The crazy part is he does that headshot so frequently.
Yeah, just so
Like,
casually.
Yeah.
Oh, the boost. So yeah, there it is, the early run of K4. Oh, the Aeon, the 59
Aeon
Aeon
screen.
screen.
Yep.
So crazy. So crazy.
The song is Donovan. What's it called?
Atlantis by
something.
Donovan.
Atlantis, I think.
Yeah, Atlantis by Donovan. Sick.
By the way, I edited the end screen a little bit here. He didn't actually move the cursor as fast as he did. He stood still with the cursor for like 10 seconds. But I figured it was like important to show that he would move it at some point. So I cut it down a bit.
This little ending Kirby segment here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this
And
was
we were
another.
able to do this segment because he got A on screen as well, which is insane.
Yeah.
The A was up as well.
A was up as well.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah, I'm happy with editing your part actually, Frost. Especially the damn essay run was a really big one I really enjoyed. That was probably my favorite part to work on.
A was up as well.
Interesting thing about this bumper coming up was originally it was supposed to be playing Return of the Mac because Polly was in the horde. When Polly left, I had to switch it to reflect Lotus, so I used his Calves Untied song. That's just a friend of mine. And then fucking such a dumb meme segment, dude. This the whole time we were working on K4. We're like, dude, we gotta include Goldfinger. Ricky originally had the idea of redoing this intro, except with him in the suit coming out here and shooting the camera, but he couldn't find a suit that like fit him because like his dad had one, but it was too big.
I had a suit. I just didn't want to wear it because it wasn't the right kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's suit was way too big.
Sorry. Dude, shoutouts to Goldfinger for having every flag here except Canada. Big shouts. Got Denmark. Fucking.
Here we go, the song.
And then we're like, Ricky really wanted to use a fucking Viper song, but the Viper song was amazing, but the energy wasn't there for it.
Oh my god.
So Ricky caked this Untied. It was funny watching him play this for like, I think it was like 2 hours or something. It was funny.
Yeah. I think you guys should actually watch the raw of this run because this was at the time when Dusky was sick. So when I got 59 on Shipyard SA, he was like, I was like, there were like the opening to this run was really good, and then like the ending just sucked ass, and it was still 59, and I'm like, Dusky, that's still it. And he's like, what? No, how is that 59?
Yeah, I just sound like I was
like
dead.
an old man.
Yeah, my voice is fucked.
Yeah, the lyrics is just excellent.
This song, I love this song so much too because it's such a product of its time. What's happening for him? Yeah, that's right, guys. I had sexual intercourse with your mother. Haha. Doing your mom. Fucking so stupid.
I think I die every time I hear that song.
Yeah, this song haunts me.
This run's actually really good, by the way. Although it's a mid, I think it's like 56 or something. Even though it's mid, this run is still like insanely good. Like this was an abnormally good run for this level. I was like shocked when I got this run. The full speed kill on the Kapungo there. You know, I didn't care that, like, not many people really got this because, one, the music was stupid. It's like, what the fuck is Goldfinger and what's the importance of these times? Because it's, I don't know, it's just, Goldfinger's so stupid. It's all so stupid. I love it.
Yeah,
Look at these boosts,
just,
dude.
It's just kind of like a personal thing. Yeah, I really like this part, actually. This is just like...
Oh, look at all these boosts.
4.
The
4-1.
back.
Like 5. 6. 7.
Yeah,
8.
so that was insanely fast. I was like shitting my pants, like getting to the end of this run. And the fact that it's mid, like I was like, I don't know if I could ever get 55. Cause that basement to that run was so insane. Like I don't know if I could replicate that.
Also, shoutouts to the song for ending so abruptly. It's very poorly mixed.
Oh yeah, check this out. Boom, just ends.
There's just no fade out. That's
Yeah,
in the
just
song.
Doing your mom.
No.
So this Ricky scripted this, and I filmed it, and I still need to put out the footage of me trying to do the takes for this, because this was so frustrating to do, dude. I've never done script reading in my life, so trying to remember lines without looking at a script was so fucking hard. But the green screen, I will admit, the green screen on this came out amazing. Like, this looks perfect.
I've got the flannel on.
It's so good. It's so well shot, and the keying I did for the green screening here just looks so good.
Right, looking at the snow. Yep.
And the GoldenEye thing in the background wasn't there as well in the first place.
Yeah, how the fuck did you edit that?
Wotus gave me that. He made
I made that.
He found a picture online of the Japanese GoldenEye album cover, and then he put like a transparent like plastic sheet over it, like in Photoshop, and then I took it and I put it there, like on the shelf. It looks like it's actually there.
It's crazy.
Actually, I think it was just the poster, but I found just the Japanese poster, and
Yeah.
that would be perfect.
I think I'm gonna have to change.
Also, we struggled so much to find the background like without Fantano in it as well.
Yeah.
Took a while.
Yeah, my reaction here.
84 are known to strategy untied. In conclusion,
I love this picture of Clem that shows up here.
and you bombed everyone in the process.
Oh my god.
I'm very impressed with your capabilities as a runner, and I hope to see you involved as a player in the near future. I'm feeling a strong 9.
Why this picture?
Transition. Have you given this run a watch?
This was so
Did you
good.
love it?
I just love the
Did you
accuracy.
enjoy
Like
it?
you
You're
have to
the
watch
best.
Fantano to
Which
really
review
like I think
next?
appreciate
Hit
this,
the like if you like.
or just at least
Next
see a
to
few
my
of his
hand,
videos
there's another
because
video for you to check out.
this is actually
Hit that
so
like
fucking
button,
funny.
the link to subscribe to my channel, Anthony Fantano. This is the perfect
Frost
yeah.
Hops,
Forever. So stupid. Oh man. And then here we go. We got another bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just like this song. This song's cool. So I'll throw
Very
keys
nice
on there.
idea for the bumper.
I remember spending the evening trying to figure out how to animate this with Mario coming down like this. It's hard as fuck, but I figured it out. Click bumper. Anthony Fantano. Frost Hops Forever.
And now my favorite skill of the whole
Yes,
world, I think
yes.
I love it.
We'll let
I
you
watched the
talk.
whole stream of Woda streaming this editing, and I remember that JD, like, we saw in chat that JD was there and he was lurking, and he called us hoarding.
No, he didn't say anything.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
say,
yeah, he didn't say anything, but you saw that he was in chat, and you were like, oh shit, turn off the stream.
you can
JD's
talk
in
about
chat.
this if you want, Lotus.
Yeah, so this is like basically kind of playing off of original Odyssey intro, where it's like it starts with a nightmare. So I just wanted to have that same feeling of like getting no and just you know, being trapped. Yeah, I think that's the one thing.
So it's like supposed to be you dreaming here, and this is like the nightmare segment. Because I remember watching, Jono directly told me, he said when he saw this, he was so shocked. He said, he was just telling me how like amazing this looked. I think you did an insane job editing this. Like the first time I watched this, the rough cut of this, I had fucking goosebumps, dude. Like you did such a good job capturing the original intro style of Odyssey, but like just better. Like it's just better Odyssey. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mesmerized. Like I was just like super into it the first time I saw this.
Especially the
Yeah,
music.
same.
The music's so
I
sick.
kept watching it as well.
It's just the music really finding that track, which is amazing. It was just randomly on Spotify somehow, and I fell in love with it. And then I just wanted to have like escalation of ridiculous, so that's why the hands just get progressively worse. And
I think you got the ideas for initials.
yeah, and I just want to recapture like the obsession of like trying to get something that you've always been going for, you know, which is what that was all about.
I love this part of the two
You-
runs lining up.
You have such an interesting but creative editing style, and I love how, like, just, yeah, the way you layer stuff is so good. Like, it came out so perfect in that. I love this so much. And then this
This is chilling.
this first shot here, dude, this first shot you're about to see come up, I saw this shot in my head, and I knew exactly how I wanted it to look, and I got him to do it, and it came out exactly how I wanted it to. It's so sick. I love this. But just...
Yeah, big shout outs for Dusky. He's like was there for all the filming. Yeah, and it was just helped.
Oh.
Yeah,
This song's so
I don't know. It's hard to find an intro song that had the energy that I needed to capture, so I ended up resorting to Enjoy the Silence, I guess. But you know, it fit.
Yeah, Enjoy the Silence is sick.
And 46 was the first time I got for this horde, so it was just like basically when I joined, I think it was in like April or something like that. I was already writing for this, and then basically I was approached and by Ricky and asked me if I wanted to join. He had some reasons why he kind of wanted someone to join, and you know, I was keen once I heard Dusky was in it. I was like, this is going to be an amazing project. I was hesitant at first, otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember you said you were down to join, but you wanted to edit your own part, and I was like, no, you gotta listen. It's like, no, I want to do my own part, and I was like, Dusky's in it, and then I'm listening.
I mean, I ended up editing my own part mostly anyway, but there's parts obviously I didn't do, and yeah, it became a lot more complicated than that. But yeah, it was very worthwhile. I'm so glad I joined here. And it was kind of interesting because I feel like I joined late, so I really tried hard for like the couple months I was in K4 to just try to get as much stuff that I was happy with as possible. But ironically, I ended up getting a lot of garbage because I wanted to get champ too. So you know, but it's good for what it is. Like this run here that stuck. Oh my god, I think I spent about 2 days just trying to get a decent window strat completion, and you know, this is the best I could have gotten, and I didn't really push for lower after, I guess.
This is the time that got you champion as well. I remember I was in post chat with you.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I was like calculating points and I was like, oh shit.
So, while this clown run plays out, because we can use this as a buffer for me to quickly talk about how Wotus wanted to buy his own 4K nice camera and film stuff, but the thing was that one, that's a lot of money, and two, he would have had nobody to help him film, and he also needed to learn how to use the camera. So instead of spending over $1,000 to like buy a camera and then like try and figure out how to film and stuff, and like needing to scramble for time and stuff like that, he's just like literally just PMs me one day and just says like, hey, it would be literally easier if it would be cheaper and easier if I just flew you down and you just brought your camera. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I guess I'm going to California. So that all happened super suddenly, and I went down to California, and the first day I came down, we kind of fucked around, but then the second and third day, like, we were just filming, like, we were just trying so hard to just, like, film as much as we could. So we came in super glad. This reaction's sick too.
A lot of the intro and just a lot of the other skits that are in my segment and Hados' segment were filmed during that. Like those like 3 days that Dusky basically filmed, and that, yeah, I don't know. It was a pretty anxious couple days, I have to tell you, but it was worth.
It was worth it, and we got it. Yeah, it was so sick of dude. It was so sick of Otis to do that. I was like, what the fuck? When I got that message, I was like, okay. So it was super sick to come down and meet Irie and hang out with him and like just do all this filming and stuff. Even as anxious as doing all this was, I still had a lot of fun. Even with how tense it was still a lot of fun to do. I'd do it all over again. It was sick.
I loved people trying to figure out what this was, by the way.
Yeah.
Because
this one is actually insanely like clean.
The slappers on time. Oh man.
Yeah, I think 15 can be done the other route. Like, I don't know, it's pretty good, honestly. But to be seen if someone will do it. But yeah, just a meme time. I think it was I think Dr. Light, a bunch of other people on our call, just going for this, and I just decided to spend like an hour to get it. And yeah, I wanted to hoard it because I thought it was a good joke.
United time.
Yeah.
Gotta love this United.
Oh wait, that's the Slappers all United?
It's
United. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm stupid. I didn't notice that until now.
This was perfect. The music, just the idea for this part, this was so perfect. This was all your idea. Like, I had no idea.
The insane thing about this is that the music in the background was from actually Irie's stream. So if this was like a shitty song, we wouldn't have been able to like do this edit.
It was a good song.
Yeah. So that's very
Oh
lucky.
my god, no!
Bug fail.
Oh my god, no!
No, that's crazy. I have a runner here now. I'm gonna make it up for you.
Yeah, I don't know. This was just. I wasn't too upset about this fail because I knew I could get better, but at the time I was like checking the ranks every day and thinking that Ace was gonna pass me because at this point I had champ, but it was such a small margin. Like I don't. When he was playing again, it was scary.
Yeah. It was scary at times.
And then the
Yeah.
transition
This
with the
just ended up
song,
working
it's
out.
so sick. I love that transition.
Yeah, I'm just glad I got this. I spent like a day or two to just sort of get it, and I got lucky. And
Still way better than what most people can pace, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 107 is really nice.
I think the only part that was like noticeably bad, I guess, was the warp, right?
Yeah, the missed warp. And the very safe bug throw to make sure you don't miss it again.
yeah, I don't know why I did it super safe. I just felt like I had to. Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
I don't think it would have been like faster anyway. Like that guard faded at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, the quick 107 for champ.
Yeah.
I love this meme you added here.
Oh my god! Oh my
The A up
god!
again. I can't wait to put the audio back in.
Yeah, it's just
We
like a
got
fun-
really lucky. We have 2 fucking A up runs.
Yeah.
Well, 3 technically. Because of the other 107 fail.
Yeah, so yeah, for the silo run, I just
And now one of the best song.
had to pick a really nice, energetic song for this, and I like the idea of the intro, just going in and editing my shit times in the ranks.
Yeah,
And,
it's really nice.
This is a good song. This is such an insane song for this.
Yeah, VC lost their mind to this one.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, like Silo 00 is such a fun level. I really want to get lower than like what I got. But
Yeah.
you know, I had limited time, so it's like you can only play for certain things. So I got to this where it didn't make sense to grind for points anymore. And then
That headshot's always so nasty, like every time.
Yeah.
The quick headshot.
Oh, I got a key card as well. Wow. Insane run.
God. It's so
Oh,
ridiculous.
open doors,
Silo
man.
00 is
So
such a
fast.
hectic level. Fuck, man.
I think it's like the best level to watch, like top 5 levels to watch. It's so good. Even to play, honestly. It's really intense and troll, but it's really nice to play
Oh.
when a run is going. Oh, it's stuck on the crates.
yeah,
Such an
I mean,
intense run as well.
it's just yeah, it sucks. I don't know. It's I feel like it's hard to have a clean run on this level on 00. It's just
The right side of satellites there, too.
Yeah. So many
Yeah,
ups
I,
and
I
downs.
respect it.
It's like 6 start, then a stuck, then red of the satellite, then something else. So it's like.
I
so
love the
insane.
fade out of this music.
Yeah.
Like it goes back to the quiet part right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as the starts, kind of when it opens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's me. Oh my god.
Another bumper I did really early
This
on.
was another one where I loved their VC reaction when they find out it's you.
Yeah. So this, like, the day I joined, we had this idea of like my dog playing Perfect Dark, and this is actually like the second shot I've made of my dog playing, like the third shot even, because the first time it was too bad. The second time I couldn't even do it because the dog was running around, and the third time was this one. And the drill 3 you're seeing is my third dupe. My second dupe was blindfolded, but the end screen was too short to put it in the horde, so we couldn't use it. Like I instantly pressed A at the end screen.
In terms of
And just get it on this run.
Yeah, in terms of editing for Joris, this is all I did was just this run.
And the rest was by Wodas, which he did a beautiful job with that.
He did a really insane job. That's super creative.
Yeah. So this Scaven 133 was the very first time I went for when I joined, and I just wanted to improve my 135. I didn't know if I could get like 133. I had like a few close runs, and I really thought I would get 134. And yeah, that was like I was in the grind. That was a really intense run. I knew this was going to be my opener for my part because I wanted a good level with a lot of knife off going on, and like a lot of stuff happening. Like very energetic level with like a good time I could get, a 90 pointer.
I like that slap. It's so sick.
I love slapping this guy. It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one has many like good stuff and like trolls as well on it.
Do you see yourself like going to like try and improve this time at any point?
Yeah, definitely. I had a lot of fun going for this. I might use like now wood strats to get lower now.
Those were such clean kills.
Oh.
Yeah, but then I got trolled.
Yeah, this is so stupid.
This part was I was actually pretty bad at that part, and I did it very cleanly by my standards on like the objective B area. That was pretty good for me.
I love how hectic this whole ending is.
Yeah, I can't believe you got that shot there actually while getting boost. Actually, I don't even know if that dude ran. Oh, that's right, you saved the first guy, that's right. So he did die, or whatever.
Yeah. That was pretty
The
chaotic.
tunnels here are crazy. You get like, two backs there, and then...
Yeah, when I got the double... I was like, oh my god, this is 132.
That's a fucking
and then
insane ending.
And then a guard rolled. I don't see the guard. I'm like, oh, am I stuck on something? And then, yeah, I enter the lift and I shoot because I'm mad in the cinema. And I get 133. And I think I got this time just as you left voice chat as well, Ricky. Because I was with you grinding for this.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, for the intro here,
Okay,
I just was... Yeah.
Yeah, you added this. This wasn't meant to be in the intro, and Buddha's added this, which is really nice. Like I didn't want it to pick up this song. I was just listening to random song, watching the run, and I just listened to this one, and there was like so many music cues, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. But then when Buddha's added the intro, all the music cues were gone, but now there's new music cues because of the intro, like the delay of the intro. So this is still pretty good. And I struggled a lot for this time. I spent a lot of time going for it. And I actually missed the bullet here. I was meant to self-boost and I missed the self-boost. And then I get the boost and you can beat and I'm like, shit, this is gonna be tight. So I'm gonna do the thing as well as I can.
Such a good meme
and I
song.
did. Yeah. Good train shot.
Music cue at the door.
Yeah, music cue at the objective, yeah. And then insane, like, I knew the girls would be there because I got a really early reaction, so I was like, I know there's gonna be like close to the stairs.
I also forgot
So
to
I'm, like,
mention that
close.
Joris did, I think Joris entered the latest into the Horde. He joined very late.
Yeah, I joined on June 14th, I think. The day after I got B223, which is the run that made me join K4. So, for this song, like, I myself don't have much explanations. I tested many songs on this, and I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna put the cradle run actually, and I think I'm gonna. I did think about it, and I was like, I'm gonna put run because I want like a very like calm run, chill run, like before like the Tempest Bunker one. So I just chose a very like obscure song by Stingray Transmission, which is like a kind of a strange song, but I like it because there's an insane music cue in it when the objective A comes up.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I don't know. I think it fits the run really well. And actually,
I didn't notice that A.
Oh yeah.
You. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really nice. And this time on 2, data would fall off. Oh, sorry. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I was 1.2. I used one.
Your mic's being
Don't touch
kind of
the mic.
messed up.
Shit. I'm not talking. Oh shit. Okay, I think it should be good now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So then here there's actually a mistake. I sent the document with 2 waters with all like everything I wanted in the editing, and I sent it like a picture of what I wanted like the screen to look like for the opening, and I just used the green and the yellow on paint to do the initials for Clemens and Carl, and those colors stood. Those colors are actually from paint and not the actual like colors from the name on the ranks.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and I just didn't change it. I guess I should have.
Yeah.
So this might be the most grinded time in the whole
Probably, yeah.
6 songs.
whole
6 songs.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
So
the song.
actually, the insane thing about Bunker 116 is that I wasn't meant to go for this time at all for the horror. I wasn't even going for it. Is that one day, like the day I got Depot 39, the same day, I grinded for. I wanted to play Egypt Agents and get 45, and I remember I was like with you, Ricky, with Western, and I think there was Willis as well, and maybe Dusky, and I told you, I don't like playing Egypt. I don't like this, and I randomly played Bunker, and I got my first ever legit 16 fail where I didn't throw the key, and I was like, I gotta get it now, I guess. I really want this time now. That was like one of those very few times that I was really, really desperate to get. I really wanted to get this time when I was going for it. So yeah,
Easily
that was
100
really nice.
hours for that one.
I don't know how many hours, but yeah, a lot. Maybe my
Yeah.
most grinded GoldenEye time with Archive 15.
So, the editing for this one real quick was really cool because I'd always talked about like we were trying to come up with different ways to skip the
Yeah, to make it
protect.
shorter.
Yeah, and we were like everyone's always used Capap's always used the fast forward effect, but we really wanted to try and be like super creative with it. So I was really happy with the result of that.
Yeah, that was the main objective actually of this edit, is to make it faster. Now it's 2 runs in one, so that actually speeds up the process a lot.
Yeah.
And I really like the song because it fits the edit so well. Like with the the buzz when it comes
It's
out of the deeper
perfect.
run.
It's fucking perfect.
It's really
yeah.
nice.
This is like one of the most perfect
Yeah.
songs in the horror.
And I kept thinking about this song going for this time as well. For some reason, I don't know why. I was like, I'm gonna use it when I get it. And people thought I was 56 actually as well on this run because it was like a good run. Insane first room actually. One of my best first room ever. The horror is actually like really clean. I don't know what decimal it was, but it was nice.
I like
this. Like this Wodas, like I just told Wodas I want to switch in the pause, but I just want to like the 1.22 flash in the pause. And he actually made that cool edit of like, it's in the pause, but it's like growing in the pause and like shrinking again.
Yeah.
I
It
tried to
wasn't meant
match
to be
like
like
how the
that.
hood like zooms like opens up and closes, so I tried to match
Yeah.
that.
That was really nice, and that looks better even.
I
And the end screen wasn't supposed to appear there. That was supposed like I shoot the screen, then it zooms in the black, and then the level appears. But Wodas added the screen on the board.
Yeah, I wanted to
Which is-
mention props to Wodas for the sick ass editing. Especially the editing coming out of this run is just like actually so fucking good.
Yeah. So when the deeper version is gonna be over, actually, I got stuck on the game. I remember that. Oh yeah. So this is one of the very few times that I have a reaction of. If you go to my times page and there's a link to my reaction. I was with Ricky and Weshat when I got it, and I really wish I had the start of the run, like the reaction during the start of the run, because I was like, fuck, it completed, but this is slow. And then I was like, oh shit, I got a boost. This might be like pace now. And then yeah, we have the ending though, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a
It's
nice
a really
ending.
clean run. I got it pretty quickly, 46. I was really happy with that. That wasn't like 39. I was kind of scared going for it. I kicked it 2 days after Bunker 117 is actually, and I was really hyped.
16.
16, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got this super fast.
Yeah. So
There's actually a little bit of backlore behind 46. I actually told Joris maybe he shouldn't go for this because I didn't want him to like ruin your intro or
Oh, here
something.
comes.
Yeah, and actually, Wodas added.
Oh,
here we go.
So sick.
Wodas
That's so
added this
sick.
explosion. This explosion wasn't meant to be here, and he added it. And the first time I watched it, I was like, "Holy shit, this is so good."
It's so cool.
So it's
the
just
song.
meant to. It was just meant to flash and then go back to the run. No zoom outs of the board as well. Wodas added that as well. Just like improved my part better.
Yeah, I just feel like I had to do it right. I had to do your part justice. It was just very fried, honestly.
Yeah. And I got, for some reason, I struggled for control 57 because Natalia wasn't completing at all. Like, I don't know why. I kept getting pace but no completions. And on this one, I knew that was it. I knew that was 257, like right as I got to cinema.
Love the song.
Yeah, and then I remember I actually accidentally broke my bed when I got 357 because I jumped out of my chair and I landed on my bed, but at the very corner of my bed, which broke like the corner of it. And now it's all wonky.
Yeah, it's a sick music video. And I love your comment for the 46, really overrated world record.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good meme.
And now what is it? Oh my god, yeah, it's the final, the monster, the
Okay.
perfection.
Okay,
Yeah.
this run got sent to Ricky and then me, and like I'll just let Ricky.
Okay, should I tell the story?
Yeah.
We talked about it in the
Yeah.
DC, but you can tell it. You can tell it.
Okay, so I wasn't part of K4 when I got this run. I was just going for Bunker 223. People knew I was going for it, and after 1 week of not intensive playing the level, like just playing normally, I got this spectacular run, and I was like, holy shit, nobody's gonna believe me. Like when I got this, and I don't know why, but this was one day after after the Dusky trailer for K4, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna send a message to Ricky, and I'm gonna ask him like, you know, I just got this run, don't tell anybody. Do you want me to be part of K4? And you were like, I don't know, because like of the length of the project and stuff, and you wanted to ask other people and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna post it when I come back from work. And you were like, no wait, you might be part of it.
Yeah,
you told me
and
like
then
I was in.
I wasn't. This was at the time when I wasn't sure if Harry was, if Harry was continuing with K4 or not. So once again, we like didn't want to have too many people and stuff, but it was like when you showed that run, I just.
And the
I was
run was
like-
sent to me called Perfection, and I was like,
Yeah,
it truly
I just
is.
called it perfection. Right
With the
then.
no
That's
boost,
crazy.
dude. The both of those words were so fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
this song
so
actually like.
insane.
I remember playing for this. Obviously, I wasn't going to make a music vid, but every time I get a good time, I'm like, yeah, if I could make a music vid out of this, I would use this. And I already knew like I wanted to use this song on Bunker 223 right as I got it. If I was in a horde or like when I was in K4, I knew I wanted to use this song because I kept thinking about it, going for it.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
And now we've got the Wotus part. He filmed all this himself.
Yeah, and I think you did film like this, but then Woodus shot himself, right?
Yeah, because he had a more elaborate idea.
Yeah, before I just had a bunch of reactions of me getting mad, but I wanted to play it out a little bit more. So here I like edited all the times here to just, you know, to show all the records that people have been getting and feeling left out. And I think my first segment was kind of bad. So yeah.
Is the typo on Luke's name like a deliberate?
I'm gonna say that is an intentional typo for my own sake,
Okay.
but it might not.
Can beat up Mark R
Because
in
it's
his
a-
sleep.
It's a really bad typo.
Yeah, get called out.
Yeah, I just want to have fun with this. This is kind of playing off of my, I think, statue essay or 00 time, where I also had the ranks being funny. Or actually, maybe this is my deep sea agent. I can't remember. Or not deep sea, P2 agent or something.
Why would you do this to me?
But yeah, this is after me losing my 130 isn't untied, so I did feel a bit salty about that. And then seeing Samo bought me with 111 really just like inspired me to do this whole segment, honestly.
And we messaged Samo, and I said, we just need a 10-minute video of you looking at the camera and just insulting the camera. And here it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect.
We should release that video, that 10-minute.
It is. It's on
I
his
think
channel.
it is. I think it
Yeah,
is.
It's on his
Oh,
channel.
okay.
The whole unedited thing is on it.
Yeah, I think I came up with the idea of asking Samo to just record this clip of himself to do this because I thought it would just be, it would just add another layer.
Yeah.
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 Oh, you
you.
missed the bean on this.
And it's funny, Dusky was saying, like, showed some of this footage to his friend, and it was getting some controversial opinions about how it but I really think it came out nice.
I like it. I personally liked it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love it.
I thought this,
especially with how the music is like fading, right?
Yeah, very also clutch random YouTube like obscure finds, some old like vinyls I was listening to, and it was like that was perfect.
So I ended up editing this part because I had shot this part, this whole thing, and I kind of had the vision in terms of what I wanted out of this. Wotus sent me a rough cut of this, but I ended up re-editing it, and so all this footage it's all warp stabilized. It's all stabilized footage. By the way, that transition is just came out beautiful, and it's all color corrected because I don't like the original like tone of all of these shots we took with the color, and I shot all of them in flat, like with no color bias on them, like they weren't oversaturated or anything. So I just did what I wanted with them, and I tried to make it like have like a darker kind of bleak feel.
Yeah.
Him being out on the streets. This is so fun to film too.
Yeah, I just had like, okay, so for my segments, I basically came up with all the ideas in like one night, basically before Dusky was coming over, and just like wrote out a doc of like 3 acts, and that's kind of the basis for the skits like so far. And yeah,
I just love how the color correction makes you look so pale.
Also, Wotus is a great actor. He seriously looks so fucking sad in these shots, like especially these like close-up shots where it's like really looking into his eyes. Like he
something
really
fell
sells.
out there.
Yeah.
My button fell off my pants. That was epic. I didn't even notice that until after when I was looking at it in post.
Yeah.
Button fell on my pants. But
yeah, this
but
is
look at
good
him.
acting.
He just actually looks so fucking depressed.
Wotus, the best part of your acting actually to me was when you like put the sign to Dusky and you like start wiggling the sign of like desperation. It's like, come on, like where's do you have the run, right?
Yeah, it's just I just
love
really
that.
want. It's the body language I think really sells it. It's kind of nice because I didn't have much dialogue, which is good because I don't think I'm good at reading lines as much as I am conveying emotion just through my facial expressions and just.
Yeah, you guys were just acting in these, no lines.
Dude, Dusky, you said the best thing in VC when that shot came on. You were like, but then someone comes to grace him.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it to everyone. Trying to explain like us like giving them the pitch for the story here. It's so good. Yeah, and then this is an Irie's place. All this was a run and gun. Like I said, all of this had like a very loose script for it, but nothing specific. We were just like, we get to the location and we're just like, okay, I want this, this, and this. I see it in my head right now, and this is what I want. Like there was no direction or script for any of this. It was just me and Wotus bouncing off of each other and just being like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, this is a good idea. Oh, you should shoot this. Like that was all this entire thing was.
Yeah, this came out really good for how like late in the game we were doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very silly, but it came out really good at the same time. And this music, I love the fact that I listened to Maroon. It was just like on my radio basically, and I was like, I have to use it.
Yeah, it's sick. It goes so well with like the mood of the whole story here.
It took forever trying to like do this part 2 where I have the 2 games in sync, and then like I'm supposed to be making mistakes and Irie's supposed to be like executing.
Yeah, trying to tell Irie how to do that finger thing there with his finger where he goes no no no, like he just couldn't get it. That was so funny. Irie's a fun. You can see Irie goes to crack up there. Irie's so like he's so bad at keeping his composure, but it was so funny. It was so great working with him. Like just every single one of these shots, like Irie could only hold like a straight face for like 15 seconds. He bust out cracking up laughing. It's so good.
I also really like the close-up that Dusty came up with for the eyes. Like, yeah, he's just zooming in and just getting the overlay there. I thought that would really convey the emotion.
Yeah, it's looking super serious.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is hard to like not take me take me seriously in that get up.
the thumb condom challenge. Dude, Irie lost his shit when you knocked his fucking thumb condom off. He's like, oh my god, this shot's literally perfect! Oh, man. And then, And then my gimbal broke, so I couldn't use it, so the shot was hella fucking shaky, which pissed me off. But then these shots look fine, so I was happy with these.
I like the coat toss shot here.
Oh yeah, the coat
Oh
toss
yeah,
is
when he
good.
throws it.
Did that take like several tries?
No, it only took like 1 or 2.
Sick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah. All of this here was really quick. And this is me telling him, like, dude, to make it look like you're shaving your beard, just take a scissor and just start cutting it. I'll film it.
Oh yeah, because the razor, the electric razor, wasn't working for whatever reason. It was in charge.
Yeah, so you're just like cutting it with the scissors, but yeah, I think we conveyed that well, and then we cut right back into runs after the Act 2. Coming out of degeneracy.
With the time that you really wanted with this.
Yeah, so like I actually was inspired to get this by Samo Sammy. Like before he got it, he was playing it, and then I jokingly said, "Oh, let's race to 111," and then he got it like that night. Like, but after I went to sleep because I'd work and stuff, and you know I'm like, okay, this is no joke now. I got to get this time. So I literally spent like a week and a half just to get this, but it was pretty quick out.
Yeah. Wasn't like
I did have a few borderline runs. I had like one like 0.05, 112 or something like that, and I died on another run that was super paced.
Still feel like this didn't take you all that long, all things considered. Some other players.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Sick song too.
Mm-hmm. That was a really great pickup. You barely like went out of your line for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
You look up for the lure insane.
Actually, the funny thing about this run is like the start's kind of bad. I was like spacing out. I was like on Twitch or something, and then I realized how shit my strafing was, and then I really tightened it up and saved it. I feel that and a lucky boost ratio, of course.
Yeah. Good boost ratio on this one.
1-1-1.
The 1-1, baby.
Shoutouts for Clemens for not actually using this song, but you know, inspired me to really get into New Order. Yeah, shoutouts for Clemens for not actually getting 111.
Another
Shoutouts to retiring without it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, this is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, and then I just, you know, this is just like an idea, just a transition, just to show that I want to get popular leader again, I guess. Clean up my time. And I just really like Moby, so I use one of Moby's songs. I really wanted to use either this or God Moving Over Open Waters, or I think whatever it's called, but...
Oh yeah, it's a nice song. I love this one.
This song is so good. I love like when you slap him here. It's kind of a cue.
Yeah, it has a lot of good feeling, you know.
This was another level you were actually pacing a lot better on.
Yeah.
Than what you got.
Like I got 56 really fast. I spent like 1 weekend going for B2 times, and I was playing it actually off and on a little bit, but I got 56, and then I got 57 relatively quick
as well.
And then it was shit quality, so I don't know. And then I ended up having to get 56 twice also because my first one was in really bad quality. And then I had 55 fails, one with a dock miss and one was one camera miss, like really early on easy camera. So I'll probably go for 55 or 54. It's not too hard to pace, but you do need a little bit of luck to get everything to come together.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
sick
I just
ass
feel like
song.
you were really, really good at this level when you started playing it. You picked up the pace fast. I like how Green got all the Bunker 200 threads like correct, I guess.
Yeah, during the premiere.
Yeah, he just knew. He got all them were.
This is another favorite of mine.
I love this song.
Using a piece of random footage that I had just shot. Yeah, the way he incorporated it was really good. It was just a random shot I took. The banger song fits the mood.
I love that building on the left that's like going into the sky a bit. If you can see it.
Oh yeah, I like the boat, the big boat.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of one way to get to the airport, so that's kind of like one way to think about it, I guess. But yeah, it's just a nice transition
Oh.
shot.
Oh, I see, like plane. I get it. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
yeah,
the
I don't
fact-
know. Dusky really inspired me to go for this, just to like take this to get champ. So I was like, all right.
I kept screaming at him. I'm like, it's so easy, get it. And he did. He got it pretty fast too. Didn't take him long.
Yeah, I was like only 2 days or so, and it was like, I don't know. I felt 33 was possible, but after I would say the second, like during the second day, it's just like in order to get that last drone, you really have to strafe kind of far in to get it with the lean, and 33 is really tight. I don't know if you can really get it with this. Like you need to get a good crazy boost ratio or something.
Yeah.
Comes another really big song that kind of says a lot about the whole horde.
Yeah. Well,
I think this is where, in the premiere, everyone was in chat spamming 1 point away, 1 point away. You know?
That's crazy how it ended up like being that close, you know, in the actual premiere. But yeah.
Wotus with the Noogler glasses on.
They're just Google branded shit glasses on.
The Noogler glasses he fucks.
I mean, they're red. I like them. They're red. So, yeah, this is probably one of the more fun times I had, like going for the horde. Like 147 is just really fun to play for.
Lucas saying, I was always curious about Knives Out. It's such a sad song.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it. I don't know. I don't know why I picked it. I just felt like it resonated with me. It is a sad song, but it's something that attracts me to those types of songs, I guess.
You could also say that it's like, this was the run that put you to champ in the video, so it's kind of like finally, you know, after all this time, it's like, finally I'm here.
And then for this, I failed about 1 or 2 147s, and yeah, I had one where it had a really weird ratio. I think I had like a back on it, and it was still like 147 easily, so it's pretty easy time, I guess, relatively speaking. It's like not tight, is what I mean.
I remember your reaction for this. You were very sure that this wasn't it, actually.
Yeah, it was
because you
fucked.
missed the last boost.
I did. I missed the last boost. I really thought like I needed it because I don't know. It just wasn't that super clean run.
Yeah, I don't think people have seen your reaction for this as well.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I think I posted on YouTube.
Yeah, I have the vids as well. I saved it just in case. Really nice.
Once you press A, that's basically you going to #1 like that.
Yeah,
it's great moment.
Yeah.
You know this was actually one of the most legendary parts in all of VC on the premiere, where Harry was saying when he saw that time, he was like, "Wow, like how do you top being champ?"
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then there was 5 seconds of silence, and then I don't know who said it, but someone went, "Building a lead," and then it was like that's like the best thing anyone could have ever said. Like it was so perfect, right? Because they didn't know what was next.
Yeah, honestly, this whole time, like Ace could have just literally gotten runway SA 22, and he'll be champ still.
Yeah.
Even. So
he was very close sometimes. Like you were like 3 or 4 points away from Ace, and there was like a day where I really thought we all really thought it was past you because he was playing and he was like really close in points, but he didn't somehow.
And then a favorite song / part of the video for me.
For all of us.
So this is like the final act. It was like the resolution, but I wasn't even sure I was gonna get this because like this run I was going for Caverns, you know, the 112 took me forever.
Insane
I
grind.
didn't get it until like the last week. I just kept failing it over and over again. It was stupid.
Oh my fucking god! The day that you got the Untied, you were fucking absolutely cooking the throw. Like, it was just complete scientist fail.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna get this,
I
dude.
remember one night I was with you, Modus, and you kind of tried different ways to do the throw, and you figured out like a kind of semi-consistent way, and you were really hyped about it. I remember.
Yeah.
You're like, this is competing a lot. I'm gonna get it soon, I think. I remember, I was crazy.
This is the time that fucking got you, dude. Like, really got to
You got so many ridiculous, like, not chokes, but trolls. Like, you got so many 112 fails, some 111 fails, some like 110 paces as well.
Yeah, 113, fucking no vid, and then
Oh yeah, my
just all
god.
kinds of. Yeah, 110 fail, just with the mind warping, and yeah, lots of really bad 112 fails also. It's just, I don't know. Definitely, I want to go for lower, but it's hard.
It was intense being in
the
VC,
feeling from
Leo.
this is I just resolution, I guess, or maybe like redemption.
It was intense being in VC while you were playing for this.
Yeah, I was intense to a lot of people, I think.
You were on edge like the whole time, like going for it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Well, we're all happy for you.
Yeah, thanks.
It
And then,
couldn't
yeah,
have
this
ended better.
song, I wanted to use this song for 112. Like, I basically wanted 112, like, immediately in the, like, that was the one time I wanted, and I'm glad I got it.
This was achieved very late in the Horde. This was like in the last week of the Horde, like just as I was finishing up editing. Yeah, just as I was finishing up like, so like the whole time he was playing for this, it was kind of good background noise for me, because I was like pumping, like just smashing out all the editing like every night. And I was just kind of listening to Wotus, like, get really close this time as I was editing. And honestly, it was, like, one of the best times for me in terms of my life. Like, I felt so relaxed, like, just coming home every day. I was having such a fun time editing, like, just the entirety of K4 and finishing it up. And just listening to Wotus, like, so close and untied. It was so good. But I know Wotus was just on absolute edge, and it might have not been the best time for him.
Yeah, I would say I felt better things, but...
Yeah, you were definitely very frustrated getting trolled.
Kind of an analogy for this whole project, honestly, just how much hard work we all put into it.
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah,
there was definitely
you don't
extra.
even see the mind throw. It's ridiculous.
There was extra pressure to get this. Like when he knew he was this close and we had so little days left to get it. Like there was. That's why he was so frustrated. That's why he was so angry. Like he was angry when I was playing was because we were so close to like the premiere, and he's like, dude, I'm so close to getting this. Like I can get this before the premiere. And I remember him telling me, he's like, this project will not feel complete unless I get this time. I have to get this fucking time. I have to. So it was
literally
intense.
came in clutch.
Yeah.
Literally came in clutch.
Came in very clutch.
I remember we were even wondering if we should delay K4 just like for what else.
Just for this time.
Well.
Yeah, just for this time, because he was so close. But
and this is just the kind of background signifying your avatar, actually. Like,
it's
right?
yeah, this shot right here. No, it's this shot right here. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like where I'm from, I guess.
Out in the marina, yeah. Just chilling with the 112.
And yeah, the way that we decided to do the ending, I think we came up pretty early. Like, if Ricky got X and like I got X or Y, then we'd have a certain. And that's also our main reason why I really wanted to get this. I felt like it would have the right ending,
We probably would have delayed by like a week, not a fucking month. Like
this credit song was a very like. Me and Dusky didn't have to think about this pick very much.
We knew about the song for the credits. The thing was I was kind of sole on the idea. Like I was the only person working on the credits. Like everyone was really busy doing their own things. Like Ricky was getting like really close to Extraction 48. Wotus was super frustrated, like just trying to fucking get 112 and shit like that. So like I was kind of the only person like in terms of creativity and like editing this little last final bit. It was just me. So I had to come up with the idea for the credits and stuff, and I was thinking, I really hope people like the way the credits come out. Like I hope the guys in the Discord are like okay with the way I'm doing this, and like I hope it comes out good. I hope everyone's happy with it. So
yeah.
And I think it came out
I
good.
remember it was my idea to come up with the pictures for us, just so we once again to add more character to just so people would remember us as people.
Yeah.
More than the gameplay as well. I mean, the gameplay is important, but
Yeah.
people behind the controller.
Like put a face on the run, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the runner.
Then
Except for Hados, obviously.
all of my meme pictures. And then there's Hados. All the Hados pictures are sick.
Yeah, I remember Dusky, you were like, yeah, find some pictures of me of the runners, and I literally just sent you all this garbage for
Yeah, you're just like just put Hados being offline on Discord. I'm like, okay, because
that's a very nice representation of him, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
It's like
that's how he was the whole horde, offline. Yeah.
Like, I think this credit sequence really gave me like a grow towards my elite color, actually.
That's sick.
personally.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm happy with the way this came out. The credits, they're nice.
Yeah.
It's very chill.
Yeah, I
Some
love
title
my
record.
Yeah.
October 18th.
Yeah,
baby.
I think this was the horde with the most tied records.
Yeah, we did a big spreadsheet with all the orbs.
And the most
points,
untieds.
Kebab 2 and Kebab 2 were like close, but we're ahead with K4.
So I think that was kind of the final realization, actually, when we were making these credits. We kind of realized, we kind of realized in the end, like, how really insane this project was. Like, we pushed the envelope for everything, like the amount of Tide World records, the editing, the amount of people. Like, it just, like, yeah, we kind of just pushed it in every way, and I think we're really happy with that. Like, we really pushed the envelope for hoarding, and just, like, every way
And
we
the
really
mix
could.
of colors is insane in this.
Yeah. Just everything was just really nice.
Yeah, in every which way, you know, playing, recording, ideas, and just thinking outside the box. But that also came with, we had the most clashes probably out of any horde. We weren't ever settling for, oh yeah, let's just roll with that. We would always discuss or even argue over ideas, and it ultimately came, like, I'm glad we did all that, because we wouldn't have gotten what we would have gotten today if we didn't care so much about the project.
Yeah. Sick Jor's pictures here. There's Irie. You can see Irie actually under Jor's dog there.
Yeah, and if you had the audio, you can hear some like homeless dudes yelling at each other. It's pretty wild.
The footage from that is pretty funny.
That's a nice pic from Wallace.
Yeah. I don't remember. Does anyone remember what the final world record count was for K4?
20 something, 22.
I'm gonna say 22, 3 of which were untied, something like that. Something around there. I remember towards the final few months, when Joris and me were playing, we were close to breaking the
20 barrier.
The 20 barrier, and we really wanted that because I remember Capab 2 had 18, I think. So we really wanted to get that 20.
Fucking, yeah, and the song for this ending fit it perfectly in terms of length.
That's great because all of us are big DJ Shadow fans.
Yeah, sick song.
And we got Boy. Where's Boy?
Somewhere there. I think it's
there's Boy.
Shoutouts to Pacifica for being such a beautiful place to be. I mean, if it wasn't for Irie, I wouldn't have actually thought to shoot anything here. So yeah.
Yeah, those shots are beautiful.
So I'll take this one. So this was my most grinded time ever in Perfect Dark, like period. And I dedicated it to the person that untied 151, which was also one of my first friends in the community. When I first joined the Elite, Madoka was, I was kind of one of the only, I felt, at least at the time, I was one of the only people that kind of understood what kind of things she was struggling with. And so I offered my help very early on, but through a lot of the community struggles that we had, she ended up, leaving, as we all know, and never to play again, basically retired. And yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to dedicate this to her for all those reasons. And I played for Mayan SOS SA because I knew at the time that no one was really trying to play for an Untied, and I knew with the direction we were going and how ambitious we were going with K4, I really wanted an Untied. And so there was no reason for me to ever put pressure on other people to say like, hey guys, what about this Untied or whatever, because I felt like some people were capable, but in the end it's all about my personal desire was to get one. So I was the one who wanted to put in those hours. This was before Wotus joined. And so when I got minus SA 151 in April, it took me 30 to 40 hours, but I said to myself, I'm willing to go for lower because I think K4 deserves an Untied. And yeah, I ended up pulling out this magical run after like 100 to 120 hours. And it's just an absolute beautiful song. It's a song that means a lot to me. I've heard it so much. And yeah, it's a great reaction. Joris was there the whole time. I grinded with Joris like endlessly.
Yeah.
You know, throughout the summer. We were the only ones in VC a lot of the time because, or we were in VC a lot together because that was just,
because
you know, Europe time.
Yeah, European time.
I also came into VC because I was at the airport to go to Wotus's when you got this time. I joined VC in the airport as you got this.
Yeah, like
as the
literally
end screen came up. Yeah. It's
So,
insane.
I knew it was it.
That was so crazy.
That is the authentic reaction. I was so happy, like that it was finally over. I thought it wasn't it when the elevator was like, you know, not working. It wasn't opening. I was like, this is gonna troll me again, isn't it? Because I had several runs like that where I would be on pace, and the elevator wasn't open. And it really pains me whenever everyone says like, you know, oh, 149 should be easy or whatever, but literally every other 151 I've seen had lifts that could have been lower, but they just never got there fast enough. So it's like I just happened to get really unlucky with the lifts. And finally, after like playing over 100 hours, I fucking got it. And I'm really grateful for Wotus in particular because I wanted the 112 to be the last run, like the last one, but they insisted that it should have been a post-credit thing. And
I think Ricky getting Untied is more of like a surprising and really satisfying thing to end on. I feel like me getting an Untied was more of an expected thing. So
yeah, and one last thing, I wanted to come out of nowhere with 150. I didn't want to show 151. I just wanted to, bam, here it is.
At the time your preview was like 157, I think, or something like this. Like when this was unhoarded.
Yeah.
So yeah, that must have been a shock, and that's it.
I was gonna say that's K4, mates.
Yeah.
I guess any last questions from the chat, because we do have the chat.
Yeah, now I can see the chats. I wasn't watching the chats during the whole thing.
That was a fun ass project to work on. It was frustrating at times, but I'm glad we did it in the end.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna look back on it in years, and it's gonna be a good thing.
Yeah.
Those are still a lot of my best times to this day. Like I really haven't topped almost anything from that horde. Like after K4. It's crazy.
Yeah. Where's the Polly mention? So Polly was supposed to be in the horde, but he ended up having like a lot of shit come up in his life like really suddenly. Like just a lot of school stuff and like just lots going on in his life, so he's like unfortunately he's like, boys, I gotta walk away, and we're just like, understandable, and he just went off and did his own thing, and we're just like, respect Paulie for that one, because he did really try and play for stuff, but he's like, I gotta go, boys.
Think about Paulie as well as well, not even Paulie, think about everyone as well as we really wanted to not have like, oh, this guy can get one run, this guy can get one run. We really wanted like a proper team that had several runs, which is funny because we had a very particular person. Jimbo approached me at one point. He's like, hey man, if I get, if I get jungle 50, will you throw this in? And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm sorry.
We were so. Didn't he message like? Wasn't it so fucking late into the horde too?
That was during a stream.
It was like in October when we were almost done. Oh my god, be down with $1.50.
He messaged Ricky during his stream, I remember.
Yeah, no problem. Be down. Thanks for the dono, mate. And yeah, I'm glad.
I just want to thank everyone, just Dusky and Ricky, really just like being there and making this thing actually complete. Honestly, I don't know, both of you just did a phenomenal job coming in clutch and yeah, making this an amazing project to be on.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And Joris too for just being goddamn madman, getting insane times like. No.
Yeah, I never thought I would ever be part of something like this big.
I'd like
the elites.
I'd like to call out Joris as well, give him a big fucking thank you, as well as Ricky. Ricky and Joris. Joris really pushing the idea, but the spreadsheets, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Boys, if you're okay, this is a message to anyone in the future, any leaders. If you're making a big fucking project, a big horde or anything, make sure you got someone who's got insane organizational skills and documents everything, because Joris meticulously had like 12 different fucking spreadsheets with like, here's every run we have, here's everything in chronological order. He had a progress spreadsheet where it showed like which things were done edited and which ones were in progress and which ones weren't finished. And he's like, here's every song in the horde, here's how many fucking points Wotus, Luke, and Ace have, here's fucking Wotus's progress on becoming champ. Like, he documented everything so well in Google spreadsheets that when it came to editing the project, it was like 50,000 times easier than it actually should have been, because there was so much there for me already laid out. Like doing the credits weren't like, oh, I'm trying to find all the runs and I'm trying to find all the songs. He had a spreadsheet that was like the time, how many points it was worth, when it was achieved, the link to the run, and what song it uses. He had that for every fucking run in our horde in a spreadsheet before I started editing the credits. So when I did the credits, it took like a few hours at most because everything was already there. So big fucking shout outs to that. Thank you, George. Thank you, Ricky. You guys are beautiful.
I gotta say, Ricky helped me a lot as well doing this spreadsheet, because that would have taken a long time doing all of that alone.
Yeah.
Especially for the songs as well.
Yeah. Cheers.
So, yeah. That was...
It's all good. Me and Joris would spend a lot of time doing spreadsheets when we weren't doing runs. It was our break a lot of the time.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Daytime.
We made a ton of those. And that was really useful, as Dusky said. So yeah.
How did the experience compare to watching one of the Kapat videos premiere live, being a maker versus a spectator? That's a hard question, I think, for any of us to answer. The only person who can really give you the answer to that one is Wotus, because he's like the only person who's like properly been around for a Kapat premiere. I was around for 3, but I didn't really get it when I watched it first because I didn't know like what it was.
Yeah, kind of the same for me.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me over the torch, but I think the live reactions were amazing. It's hard for me to say my perspective, but when I watched the Kapaps live, it was just like a new moment. At least the first one was like, what I'm watching here is history, is what it felt like. So I don't know if other people felt the same thing about watching K4. Then I feel like I achieved what we possibly could, you know.
Yeah. I think the difference being is when you're watching a Kapap being aired live for the first time, you're like, you have no idea what's coming, whereas in terms of the video, but it's the other way around. It's like there's kind of this great saying about like people from Pixar. One of the creative directors at Pixar says, making movies, animation, like in the industry, it's like waiting 5 years to tell a joke and then see if anyone laughs, and if no one laughs, you just wasted 5 years of your life making a pointless joke. And it's like when that expectation, that climax you're waiting for, like, oh my god, is anybody gonna like what we've made here? Like, you're really hoping people like what you've done, and just hearing everyone's reactions live, it just, like, I'll never forget that day. Like the high I felt that entire day when we aired K4. Like, I wish I could relive that day over and over again, because it's so good hearing everyone's reaction saying, this is amazing, this is awesome, it's the best thing I've ever seen, like, that was fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah, my heart rate
hearing all
was
that.
really, really high. During,
Yeah.
like my own time.
Finally, like, our hard work is finally paying off. Like, this is the moment we've been waiting for so long. Like, we kept thinking about that day of the and Horde and how people like are gonna expect it, and that was just so great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just happy we're able to like live in the footsteps of the people who inspired us. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't want to disappoint Luke or Jono or any of the others that really mattered to me.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a big thing for me too, and I think that was really kind of hurting me. Not, I'm calling out Luke here, but it's indirect. It's not like he was doing it intentionally, but like kind of the things I had heard from Luke saying, like, oh, like why are they calling it K4? Just kind of sounds like a Kapap, and it's like and just him kind of sounding like upset and pissed off about it. And I'm just like, fuck. And I just remember the entire time I was editing, I'd constantly, because Jono was in the Discord, and I'd ask Jono, I'm like, does this look good? Does this look good? Jono, is it okay if I do this? Like, can I call the Horde this? Like, would you be mad at me or anything? Because it's like, yeah, his opinion, because that's who we're inspired by. If it weren't for him and his project, we probably wouldn't have even done this. So it's like, I wanted to make sure that I was like being respectful towards them. Like, if they weren't mad, I didn't like, I was like, oh, I've got this song idea. Oh, fuck, Luke's already used it. It's like, I'm not going to use a song Luke's already used. It's like, I don't want to like, yeah, the guys who
I have
originally
another thing
made
to
it.
add on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another moment we had in VC. This isn't, once again, obviously this isn't to like, you know, attack Luke of any kind, but there was a moment we had in VC where I had the vision for K4 to be watched by a lot of people, and we actually had the idea of having 2 airings, one for the elite and one for like the general public. But the problem was we had a lot of swearing for like in the video, in our music, for us and things like that, and this channel we were going to air it on was PG. So what we did was we just decided to, the occasion just arose that we were going to air it at DabFest, and so I just started advertising everywhere that it was happening at DabFest. And in that VC, like, you know, months and months back, I remember you and also a few other people telling me, and maybe, I don't know if Dusty was there, but that hoarding is never going to be a thing for like the public. It's never going to be a thing anyone's going to get. It's always going to be a community thing. It's always going to be a niche thing. And I feel like I believed in myself and the project that wasn't true, and that we pushed it forward, and we ended up getting like 500 viewers on the airing day. And the people that were not in the community like got everything so well. Like, it was crazy how the viewers knew what was good the whole time. Like, they knew what was sick, they knew what was funny, they just like they saw it, like they saw it for what it was, and it was the best live audience I could have ever asked for, like, seriously. So yeah.
Yeah, Doke was there. Dude, I wanted to mention, Ricky did an insane job advertising the project, because I was like, the day coming to advertise K4, I was there for the Kapap 3 airing, and that had like a little over 100 people, and that was what I was expecting. I'm like, we'll probably get like 100, 150 people, maybe like everyone in the community that wants to show up will show up, and I'm like, that's gonna be pretty cool. So we're sitting there, we're waiting for it to start, and there's 100 people. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're still like an hour away before we have to air. I was like 30 minutes before. Then there's 200 people. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a decent amount of people. Damn. I'm like, they'll probably stop here. Gets to 300, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it gets to 400, and I'm like, what? And then it gets to 500, and then Doke shows up in chat. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how does Doke know about this? I'm like, when I saw Doke there, I'm like, how does he know about K4? It was an insane live audience. I couldn't have asked for a better live audience, dude. Way more people showed up than I thought. And the fact that everyone actually stuck around, too, the whole time was fucking sick.
Yeah,
like,
no one was bored.
It was,
great.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was so happy with that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being in the call. I'm gonna have to go probably and eat some food. But yeah.
Just gonna see what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some Peruvian food with Irie, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, you can tell Irie. You can tell towards Irie the Doke quote: "Less drugs, more tech skills."
Yeah, less drugs, more tech skills, Irie. Jeez.
That's a classic.
Just like last night.
Yeah, and shout outs to Irie for hosting DabFest. Where we
Yeah,
had it,
definitely.
Premiered it and having the stream set up properly and everything.
Tons of fun, but I have to give just
Yeah.
as much of a thanks to Ricky for allowing me to host that.
Yeah, true.
And, you know, a small sorry for what happened, but mainly, I mean, I gotta say, mainly the crazy shit what happened is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When Kevin had the seizure.
Yeah, no, that's you don't
Yeah.
have to be sorry.
Can be really, I can be really sorry for
Sorry
that.
it all went well.
Yeah.
But for us, we had, you know, some stuff to deal with, but you know what? We dealt with it, and we had a second
Yeah,
viewing.
I'm just glad that didn't actually affect the viewing for all the other people. And
Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Go eat your Peruvian food, motherfucker.
Yep.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
See you.
Peace.
See you with us.
Going back to the main call.
Yeah.
Later.
I'm gonna die.
Foot,
But I
foot,
mean-
foot, foot.
It's bad.
Yeah, traveling is like the worst. What's up, guys?
It's pretty
Hot
tight.
meat.
Hey.
Yep.
I think that was a pretty sick commentary. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good to watch it again. It was a just really well done video.
Yeah.
Worth the wait.
It's keen.
It
Back
lived up to the hype.
Back to
Yeah.
Al Margarita. Clobber, get the fucking VC if you're here,
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He might
motherfucker.
have gone- Everybody just disappeared slowly while it was happening.
Yeah, what happened was I was in there and then Clobber was muted. You weren't saying anything. Joey was muted, and I'm just like, okay, well, well, you all can listen to the ambient sounds of me doing chores, but I think that's probably not.
Yeah, Bear is here, but he left. He said he's gonna go into his thing for his run. So.
For his run, yeah.
For whose run?
The Natty Challenge, mate.
Oh well, he can just come.
Highlight
He
run
can
of the
just
marathon.
come here and chill with everyone.
No, he said he was he was here before and he left and he said he was.
He specifically did not want to do that.
Well, I just
forget what
had
his face was, but yeah.
you know the door on Frigate into the room with the hostages. You kill an agent.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that open by itself?
Yeah. So that guard sometimes can react. Like he'll see you, and instead of coming after, I don't know. You know how guards
That
sometimes.
guard sometimes moves.
Yeah, you know
He's
how
sometimes also not there.
You know how sometimes guards like just see you and then they just run away for no fucking reason?
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing. Is he sees you
okay.
and then he decides to just bolt for no fucking reason. He just opens up the door and leaves.
Did you see him in that room? I don't know if you would. If he,
No,
like, runs
no,
further away.
he's usually long gone. Like usually he like flies out of there. Like he's just like I'm out. Just pieces.
I've never seen that, but I have seen that guard just not be there a few times.
Yeah, and that door be
I
open.
think that must be relatively common though, because I haven't even.
Is that the with the door being open too though?
Nope, he was just gone.
Oh, he's just gone. What the? I've never
And
seen
I was like,
that.
the first time it happened, I was like, "What just happened?" And I think I posted something
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
like, "Oh yeah, we know." Like, yeah, I mean, I figured, but I'm sure everybody's the first time they see that, like, "What the fuck? I'm about to get it untied." Like, nobody's ever seen this before.
What is it? Nah, I guess we just have to wait for like 20 minutes here for the natty challenge to start. We're just chilling for now.
Nope.
And it's just
If
an
Ben
hour.
can do a dad and me run.
Yeah, if you want to stream, I can pull a dad and me run up.
Ricky, I think I put something in the chat that I think you guys missed. You know if like Madoka has seen that ending, or at least any of
I don't think she has, honestly.
Yeah, it sucks.
It kind of blows.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is he playing Path of Exile?
I guess. I guess we're doing it already. What are we doing after his run? Because there's just like time left.
Nothing. Waiting for the ambulance to show up.
PD?
Make
Wasn't
sure
the
he gets
PD?
home safe.
Weren't we doing a PD race?
Yeah, I could do a PD.
Yeah,
right?
that was the idea.
Be literal.
Yeah.
Tell him to get in fucking VC. I want to fucking hear him. Also, I have to find his
Yo, what's up?
Oh, okay, yeah. I had to find.
Hey,
What's your Twitch channel called again?
It's XZC Legend. I can't type because I had to
Are you
unplug my
streaming already?
keyboard. Yeah, I'm live, baby.
It's
You're not even on the
on your.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I
he
found
is
it. I
followed
found
though.
I'm not on the bot.
Oh, okay.
BK took me off again.
Wait, are you starting right now?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can you
Okay.
set it up? Can you set it up so it's just your gameplay and just your gameplay audio?
I don't want to be in voice. Like I was just gonna do, cause I need my
Okay, no, that's
Is that
fine.
cool?
Yeah.
Alright.
I can just if you want to leave voice and I can just capture this, that's fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Alright. You can just type in the Elite Discord or the Elite stream chat when it's ready to go.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here and I'll get it all up. Super Mario 64. Let's see. I just need to get the fucking capture.
Oh shit.
You said you have commentary on this too?
Yeah, I'm just doing it now.
But nobody's commentating over it?
Oh, you guys can still record voice if you want. Like, it doesn't just have to be my audio, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna have some shenanigans going on here, so.
Do you want face cam on stream, mate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we got the face cam. Well, we got the live reaction of the natties being shugged.
I can chat on my
Okay. On my stream? Yeah, on the other stream.
unless you had it on yours.
I did have it on mine.